You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. The most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
Cause my cup has overflowed. Yes, I keep drinking from my sauce, Lord. Keep drinking from my sauce, Lord. Cause my cup has overflowed. My cup has overflowed.
Don't give up, yeah. Just ride out your storm. Hey, you've been in the storm, and it seems like forever, and your nights of confusion has been so long. Your ship has lost anchor, and the storm that you drifted. Just hold on to Jesus and ride out your storm. Ride out your storm. God is still with you. You may not feel it, but you're not alone. You're hurting now, but your morning is coming. Lord of mercy, just hold on to Jesus and ride out your storm. Remember his promise. He said, I'll never forsake you. Though the waters are troubled, they'll do you no harm. Don't give up the battle, for your answer is coming. Just hold on to Jesus and just ride out your storm. Ride out your storm. God is still with you. You may not feel it, but you're not alone. You're hurting now, but your morning is coming. Lord of mercy, just hold on to Jesus and ride out your storm. Ride out your storm. God is still with you. You may not feel it, but you're not alone. You're hurting now, but your morning is coming. Lord of mercy, just hold on to Jesus. Lord.
Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing.
Where we will live stream it to you.
My Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. So sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you, will eventually decrease you. Consider this.
Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves,
Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, COP, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, as soon as you join us, do your WZYE civic duty, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe, WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444 or 973-609-6509. That's 973-609-6509. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, we have 49% of you who have not subscribed. Do your civic duty and subscribe right now. And this is how we start eating.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life. And as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
You're tuned to WZYE, the heartbeat of unfiltered truth. We're more than a station, we're a movement, grounded in facts, driven by integrity, committed to progress. We don't chase headlines, we create them. Decoding politics and current affairs to question power, not cozy up to it. From Laventille to Scarborough, whether you're in your living room or your commute, this is where perspectives collide, divides dissolve, and tomorrow's conversations start today. WZYE, we originate, not imitate.
In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street. Mr. COP.
Hey, this is Lady Gaga.
Hey, it's Taylor Swift.
You're live in the mix with the one and only.
Hey, this is Justin Timberlake, and this is
In the Village.
Yo, what's going on? This is Jersey Drake.
Hi, this is Rihanna.
Hey, what's up? This is Ludacris.
What's up, y'all? This is Nicki Minaj.
You're rocking with the best. It's In the Village. In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street. Mr. COP.
To our cherished listeners, partners, and the entire WZYE family, we extend our deepest gratitude for your unwavering support throughout our journey. Special recognition goes to key pillars of our community, Mr. Wall Street, Uncle Tommy, and Mr. COPs whose vision and dedication helped transform a humble beginning of just 5 listeners into the influential voice we are today. At WZYE 95.9 FM, we don't merely broadcast, we pioneer. We are committed to delivering the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Our promise remains clear. We originate. We do not imitate. More than a radio station, we are a movement. We are a community united by shared values. And above all, we are a family bound by integrity, purpose, and a relentless drive to uplift. Reaching 20,000 subscribers is a testament to your trust. We pledge to honor it by continuing to challenge the status quo, amplify authentic voices, and serve the people with courage and conviction. As we move forward, we ask you to hold fast to what matters. Stand for something. Keep the fire of passion alive in your hearts. May God continue to bless you and your families. Together, we rise. The WZYE 95.9 FM family, where truth ignites community.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we remind you that what we do here at WZYE 95.9 FM is bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And as we say, we originate, we don't imitate, and we don't just say this, but we put it in words for you. Take a listen.
Anselm LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our pledge to you, the people, that we bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Let me again, my pal, the young man, the man many people know as Uncle Tommy. Some people say he is a Nesbitt. Some people say he's Marshall Nesbitt. Some people say he's Tommy. Some people say he's Uncle Tommy. Some people say he's from Sally Bay. Some people say he's from Celebia. Some people say he's from Marabella. Some people say he's a country bookie. But I know him as Tommy. Tommy, welcome.
Good evening, Professor. What say he?
Today's a splendiferous day, man. I can't complain at all.
That's fabulous.
Yeah. Tommy, you know, on these days, I just had to go to Staten Island to train.
How is Staten Island?
Eh?
How is Staten Island?
Yeah, you know, Tommy, it's interesting, eh? You know, people just drink coffee to keep them up, right?
Correct.
Coffee. I just drink decaffeinated coffee. And my special is a decaffeinated latte with almond milk, no sugar.
No sugar, right.
No sugar. And Tommy, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I'm driving over to Staten Island, it take me about 45 minutes. And I stop by Dunkin'. We ain't giving no ad to Dunkin' Donuts, eh? Dunkin' Donuts, we ain't get only no ad, eh? I stop by Dunkin'. And I tell them I want a large decaf latte with almond milk, no sugar. And Tommy, when they pass me the cup, so hot, eh? Not cold. I don't understand how people that drink cold coffee, you know, Tommy. I don't understand that one.
Different strokes.
Cold coffee, boy.
I don't know. I couldn't do it either.
It's like drinking cold tea. You ever drink cold tea?
Iced tea?
No. I ain't talking about iced tea. You talking about the soda? Iced tea?
Iced tea, which is like a beverage, a cold beverage.
Yeah, no, I talking about tea, like green tea, peppermint tea.
I can't drink that cold.
I don't understand how people could drink coffee cold with iced coffee. I don't get that, man.
They're just different.
Something wrong with them people. If you just drink iced coffee or iced tea, something wrong with you. Your elevator not going all the way up to the first floor.
It's just the way they were brought up, you know. Some of them are different.
But I never, Tommy, you want to hear this? I ain't gonna lie to you. When I left Trinidad at 18 years of age, I don't ever remember having a cup of coffee. I don't.
Same as me, I never used to drink coffee at all in Trinidad.
You ever drink Red Bull?
Boy, that's the worst thing I ever did. When we had Acai Bile, remember we had the club Acai Bile?
Yeah.
One night I was doing duty. I decided that I was gonna stay up, and I drank 2 Red Bull. It's the worst thing I ever did.
2?
I was so wired.
You drink 2 Red Bull, not 1.
I drank 2. It was the worst thing I ever did.
Well, you ain't easy. Mr. COP, welcome. How are you?
Good evening to you, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy and all the listeners of WZYE. Good evening. I just cool, thinking positive, not negative. Try to be cool, calm, and collective.
Tommy.
Well brought up.
Tommy.
That was the last time I drank Red Bull.
Yeah. But Tommy.
No, you can continue with the Red Bull talk. The Red Bull talk going good.
No, I want to continue. Why are you trying to influence the talk? We continue with you. Just come. You want to influence the talk already?
But I hear you only talk about the Red Bull. I don't know.
No, relax. Go back to the Red Bull. What wrong with you?
You want to change the talk?
No, I don't want to change no talk. I just said Tommy, and you jump in just so. Just so.
I jumped the gun again.
Eh?
I jumped the gun again.
Again, you jump the gun. Tommy, what is the story here? Boy? I said Tommy.
Well, lack of experience has caused that.
No lack of experience. No. Don't try that. You know lack of experience. Tommy. Tommy. Tommy.
Well, yes, Mr. Wall Street.
Tommy, what going on, boy? Something in right, Tommy.
It's easy to get things in order, man. No big deal.
All right. You seem like you pass over it. You pass over it. You know,
I like how Uncle Tommy breaks in. I know Uncle Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy, you breaks in, man. What is that one, Tommy, man?
Rather than that cat at all.
We just keep it moving. That's all.
No, Tommy. You laying that tire fast, just so?
Yeah, no big deal.
Uncle Tommy tell the man when you see a clean tire, it's to leave that clean tire, let it go your way.
Correct.
Don't bother that tire at all.
Correct is right.
All right, Tommy. Let me get back to the Red Bull. Since you, Tommy, right, want to change the subject because you ain't want to talk about that subject, we gonna move on.
I don't think Uncle Tommy. The time will reach when I go hire back to.
No worries.
So wait now, is paid all your plane?
No,
you know, when you have marbles, you used to play paid, Tommy. You and COP playing paid. It's paid on me all your plane.
Yeah. We working with you.
That's his writing he said there.
Go ahead, Tommy. Finish it.
With you.
Finish it.
We're working with you, so it's up to you now.
Oh, all right. For me to get the message.
Correct is right.
All right.
And when you get the message, don't pass it on. Just keep the message to yourself.
Correct is right. So COP, you have a drink Red Bull?
I drink a Red Bull already.
So you tell me you drink one Red Bull?
Yeah, I was never no lover of Red Bull. I was I said drink and what they call not the Red Bull. Me I like that too much. That is race your heart. But I said drink and next one they call Turbo. Until I stop that. The energy drinks are the good.
Them thing is murder.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't gonna lie to all you. I drink maybe quarter of a Red Bull quarter. And I just see my heart start to race. Like if it's like I running on a race and my heart in our next race. Two separate races. I say, you see me on that? Nah. One time I'm in Trinidad for Carnival. Trinidad have a kind of energy drink too. I forget the name of it. Some energy drink. And boy, a out partying, boy. And I think I had to drive back, I said, nah, boy. I went by the bar and I buy one of them energy drink. And that drink keep me up. I couldn't sleep. Nothing. I couldn't do. I say, you see me? I done with that. I never had 1 cent.
When I have concrete and thing to mix, I just buy a Red Bull for every one of them workers and them. Yeah. The concrete will mix fast. Energy like that. Yeah. The one who lazy, just give them a Red Bull. And they will mix all that concrete fast for you. That's the only reason why I like it. But you can't drink a Red Bull and sit down.
Nah. Capitan said drink Sting.
Sting
Monster.
too, Sting.
I know Monster. Monster, that's the next one.
Yeah, I drink Sting already, not me and them thing. Them and no energy drink is good.
Yeah. He said drink Babande. Is it Babwande or Babande? Babwande?
I know it as Babwande.
Okay.
Or honey goat weed. Or honey goat weed. You could try honey goat weed.
Capitan, that's Japanese or what? Babande? I feel you must
get vocabulary.
No, I feel you must get that in Japan. Capitan will just come from Japan. Babande. I never hear about that.
But them energy drink and them throw down plenty young boys and thing, plenty. Yeah, fatherless today because of them energy drink.
You feel Caribbean soldiers drink energy drink?
Yeah, you look like he does drink you look like he like a monster of no.
A monster? A monster. Yeah. Not Red Bull.
I look like you drink plenty of them drink monster in Trinidad.
Yeah. See, you ever had cold coffee?
Nah, how you drink cold coffee?
Ice coffee.
How you gonna drink iced coffee?
That's a big thing here in the States, boy.
Because they don't know.
When people go to Starbucks, can I have an iced coffee, please? Yeah. I was like, wait, iced coffee, boy? You ever drink cold tea?
Yeah, when I get cold and I finish drink my tea. But you must start hotter.
So when if it's 3 hours later and you get cold, you still drink it?
Nah. I might hot it.
What do you mean hot it?
Hot it over again.
Oh, you go hot it over again.
You could put the cup in the microwave and hot it.
Oh! You know what that song like to me? That song like to me when I always say reverse back. He said hot it over again. What does reverse back mean?
You go back.
What do you mean you
go back?
If you go back, it's or back.
Yeah, well, all them thing. You see that back they like a choo my cat man, boy.
Yeah, what does them? Hey, reverse back, boy.
Yeah.
But reverse back seems as though you're saying go forward.
To me, I don't understand that one.
Reverse, you're going backwards, and you're going back from reversing.
To me, you get with it, boy.
Man, reverse back now, man. Come, reverse back.
Wait now. Savitre, you ain't ready?
You see, that was do 6 straight.
Eh?
That's another straight.
All right. So we go bring Savitri in early. Savitri, that is all right. No, that is all right. You early? You ready to come in?
That is a guess?
Yeah. Well, she in. You know what? She Savitri. I wonder if Savitri is a Trinidadian. No, seriously. If you tell somebody 8 in Trinidad, they really mean 8:30 or 8:45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you tell a Trinidad that 8, sometimes they come up at 6.
Yeah. You know, in global business, we just teach something called you're culturally on time. You understand? Because like if you're having a party and you tell somebody the party if you're a Trinidad and you're having a party, you tell people, well, the party starting 11 o'clock. That don't mean to say you come 10:30 or you come 11. It really means you come about 12:30. They just ain't telling you what time you're so you know the game your time now. But don't come early, so you're culturally early.
That is well disciplined. That is well disciplined.
So
you reach before time.
Chat, and then we're gonna bring Dr. Rampasad in. Let me go to the chat. Hey Tommy, as you say, you know, this thing ain't going good at all, you know. At all. No, it ain't going good. How all you gonna have battles get 5 straight? Eh? Tommy? COP, what is this?
Nah, he's supporting that, man. He working hard.
Support that?
He working hard.
Batos on a roll.
He working hard.
Batos is on a roll.
Yeah.
5 straight. Monica
he's showing true dedication.
Yeah, Monica, you have to do something about that. Eh? Monica was second, then Hafiz, Then Batus come again, then Hafiz, then Miss Santa Cruz. But let me bring in our guest. We don't want to keep her waiting no more.
I can wait. I know that I am early, but I wanted to make sure that I came in on time, and I'll just wait out whenever is my schedule.
No, Dr. Rampasad, that is okay. We we kind of, we know about time. You understand? And
So
when we tell a Trinidadian, if we tell a Trinidadian 6 o'clock, we have no problem if they come 6:15, 6:20, 6:30. You see?
Not me.
But we, when in America you tell somebody 6 o'clock, it really mean 5:30, 5:45.
Agreed.
You
But
understand?
I'm never late. I'm always on time. And usually, if I have something to do, I would reach 15 to 20 minutes, depending on what it is, or in some situations, long before.
So you have to have spent some time outside of Trinidad and Tobago then?
Not at all.
No.
No. If outside of vacation, no.
Wow, your discipline is impeccable.
My father was very much he was a disciplinarian. I have more discipline than the average person because when I was in high school, actually when I was in primary school as well, but more so in high school, when we had our timetable given to us on the first week of school, I had to come home and make a home timetable as well. So my time was always scheduled. And he said that the reason he made us do that is that people very often have goals, but they don't segment the time to achieve it. So I went through all of my high school with my days in school timetabled and my evenings timetabled down to when I would relax and help at home or go to sleep. I had a very strict bedtime. It wasn't you could just move around and do whatever you want whenever you want. I also he also budgeted us because I had an allowance and I had to write a budget for him.
Dr. Rampasad, what age was this?
When I started my budgeting was 8, at the age of 8.
8 years of age?
Yeah.
He
said that the discipline of finance and the discipline of time is what would help me to have greater success rather than other things.
Dr. Rampasad at 8 budget. I wonder when I start budgeting. Well, let me see. I left Trinidad at 18. I came to Dr. Rampasad, that is a kind of discipline could never leave you,
Yeah, probably. I've been much more relaxed now with my daughters. I have been a lot more relaxed, but there is still some things that I maintain. For instance, I don't really believe in children being up at night because of the brain function and what is needed at certain ages. So they always had a time that they had to go to bed. It was different in primary school, extended more in Form 1 to 3, extended a little bit more when they got to Form 5, and obviously to A-levels, that their time is their own.
So what time did you start?
With them?
Yeah, what time was it?
In primary school, I think it was about maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock they had to be in bed.
Oh, yeah, I'm bad.
Yeah, and then secondary school, definitely maybe 9 to 9:30. By the time they got into Form 4 and Form 5, because, they have lessons and O-levels and things like that, they would probably go to the bed at maybe 10.
Okay. Yeah, we
had. But they didn't have to make a timetable for me. I didn't have them do that.
Oh, no? Yeah,
no.
We had that type of discipline in Chumakak too growing up,
The timetables, sorry.
No, it was anytime you get to bed, that's good.
Oh, well, that's the one thing. But their timetables had to do like when they were finishing O-levels or finishing A-levels or finishing any university degree like MBBS, I would sit and do a 1-year timetable with them.
1 year?
Yeah, 1 year in advance of the exams to review.
1 year in advance?
Yes.
For review?
Yes.
Okay. That is the inquire successor. That's sure successor.
Yeah, well.
So, folks, we have with us Dr. Savitri Rampasad. And I want to say Dr. Rampersad is a panologist. I just make that up, Dr. Rampersad, because we tend to make up quite a few things here. A panologist, and COP actually called me this morning and he says, Wall Street, you have to have this young lady in the program, right? The knowledge about pan and talking about the different things you need to have her. And I called her, and we had a very long, vibrant, splendiferous, marvelous, fantabulous, wonderfulicious, fantastic, spectacular, fantabulous conversation.
And I didn't realize eating a dictionary was necessary for this interview, but all right.
Right? And the conversation was very, very, very enticing. And, so we decided that, we'll have Dr. Rampersad on. And Dr. Rampersad, you can give the audience a little background about yourself and some of the things you have previously accomplished.
Okay, so if I have to focus in solely for the reason that I'm speaking here today, it is because in 2022, I completed a long series of study which has to do with the sound effect of the steel pan. And this is different from music itself. It really just has to do with the sound vibrations and the vibration potential to influence the human mind. So basically what I would have done, because it is an uncharted territory, I would have had to establish certain things that give credence to my area of study. And that is, I had to look at whether there was any previous work being done. I had to look very detailed at all its different stages of the pan, including the notes that they were tuned at, and including the finishes on the instrument and the way they were tuned, so that I could come to a conclusion that the sound changes were influencing the society. From there, I started to build a justification for my study, because there is no theoretical framework that deals with the pan itself. So I had to pull, my actual study was looking at steel pan vibrations, cognition and emotional interplay and adult wellness. So I started to pull from like the United Nations definition of wellness. What does it mean to have, what is a cognitive theory? I sampled a number of those. What is wellness theories? What is sound ontology, vibrational ontology? And I showed how the pan met all of the credentials of these separate theories so that I can draw a conclusion. From there, I went on and I did testing. The testing that I did was qualitative, simply because that forms the groundwork for anything else to be built on it afterwards, which is quantitative. The qualitative testing was done semi-longitudinal, so the same people listened to the same thing, but the thing they listened to was, it's the first time ever written, is the notes, the parent scales that Spree Simon would have tuned the 14-note pan from. So it's 2 scales. I have it on Facebook as well. It's B flat major and F major. And that is the only way he would have been able to play Schubert's Ave Maria in B flat, as well as God Save the King. So it now gives a fuller understanding of what types of tones were being listened to back in 1946 when Spree would have played. So I used those same parent scales for my listening measurements, and I was able to now collate from each person commonalities and what they were writing. I isolated before I played, during the time that I played, and afterwards. So I was able to map changes in how they were thinking, the types of scripts they were preparing, and I was able to map changes over the 3 sessions, as well as I was able to make comparisons between gender and comparisons between one segment of adult, which is 18 to 50, and then 51 to 70 and over. So all of those things led me to particular findings. And of course, I have a lot of recommendations and conclusions that came from that. The reason I went down this line is that everyone, historically, many people have said, pan is very good for you. Pan has a certain sense of, pan is health and, things like that. But that is groundwork. That is just like casual conversation. As chocolates used to say to us when we were in class, that if you make a statement and there is no substance behind it, it's just rum shop talk. So to be very careful to avoid rum shop talk, this publication allows anyone who reads it to speak with authority, knowledge, and a very solid backing. So that's it in a nutshell.
So I hear you mention chocolates.
Yes.
So let me back up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what I'm hearing is a new avenue that the pan can take. Is that what I'm hearing?
It is what you're hearing. That's correct.
And this avenue could be a very lucrative avenue also for the pan industry, right?
I would hope so. I would hope that that could be a gift to the people who are in pan currently, in and out of Trinidad, that they can start to segue into different areas that is outside the set paradigms that they've been molded into since pan made its advent on the local and international scene.
Dr.
Rampersad, go ahead, Tommy.
I heard you mention from the age of 18 upwards. Did you do anything with youngsters?
No, I measured adults only.
Okay.
My adult measurements, well, first of all, I did my measurements during COVID, and ethics would require a certain amount of, if anyone was under 18, I had to have parental or guardian okay, and I would have had to pass it through particular types of channels. That was the first reason. And the second reason is that when pan started, the first rudimentary pan in 1938, the 4-note pan, and then we moved on, we truncate. Of course, there was some 8-note pans and things, but I'm talking about the ones that are written about mostly. 1946, the 14-note pan, and then 51 when Tasco would have gone to England. All of these situations were only adults. So for me to do testing now and to try to draw conclusions on what would have taken place at that time, as well as how it can influence in our modern time, I stuck with adult testing.
Right, because there was a study called Pan for Personal Development that was done on youngsters and the effect the pan has on youngsters, and how it.
Is this the one in England or the one in the U.S. Virgin Islands?
I'm not sure. I thought it was a Trinidad.
No.
This study.
So I read 184 dissertations on pan. So if you are mentioning any, and including those that were done in different languages, I had translated, and there were only 2 that looked at effect, but it was not. So anytime you're doing a measurement, you have to isolate all of the things that can influence the results. And the one that was done in England, I can't remember the name of the person who did it, but I have the paper, as well as the one that was done in U.S. Virgin Islands. I spoke to one of the persons who was involved in that. The effect was looked at in a group. It was not done on an individual basis, and it was using music. So music has cognitive hooks. So if I were to hum something that you recognize, you would immediately put the words to it. But if I were to play sounds that has no particular meaning, then that allows for the brain to function in a different way. However, if there's another study that I'm not aware of, I would be very happy to hear what it is.
Dr. Rampersad, I just want to go back to something you said, right? You think the PAN organization in Trinidad and Tobago is ready for what you're laughing before?
That's because we had a conversation earlier, Sierra, I tell you. I this toe the line.
No, I ain't asking you not to toe the line, but I'm just saying we have to
ask. If I think the PAN organization in Trinidad and Tobago
is ready for this type of thing that you are bringing to the table. We have to be honest, because these are the people that you are trying to create opportunities for, right? And they have to take these opportunities, but are they ready for this type of opportunity for them? Because at the end of the day, right, when you talk about what you're talking about, we are talking about, an extension of that will be employment.
Yes, of course. Employment on a number of different sub-levels and subgroups. That's true.
Right.
Okay, so if I think that they're ready, I think that when something is new, it's very difficult to gauge what would be the reception to it because it's brand new. It's not that they've had any forewarning of what this is, and a paradigm shift is required. But I think that in the spirit of things being evolutionary, when I am hopeful that they're able to embrace what I'm saying and of course build on it.
I like that politically correct.
Mr. Rampersad.
Yes, sir. You were going to tell me about the study.
COP, wait now. Wait now. 1 minute, COP. COP and Tommy, I like that politically correct answer from Dr. Rampersad. You know what I mean?
Because we can't judge before they have an opportunity to respond. And, it's brand new. So
okay,
I'm hopeful.
Okay, all right. Great, COP.
Mr. Rampersad, sometimes in life when you keep a blind eye, you toe the line. Towing the line is what have our pan in this position today. And with your knowledge and ideas and development that you bringing over there, I don't think that you should be towing the line. I think the future of pan people want to hear your version of your research. And I wanna just ask you this. What were the most surprising findings from your research on the steel pan?
Well, that was wonderful. Let me tell you. So, of course, there are things that I would have mentioned that I did search for already, like gender comparisons, age comparisons, and progressive changes in the mind of an individual. What I did not account for has to do with something that I called quantum entrainment. I called it quantum entrainment, right? So I had study groups, and for the most part, they were encouraged to remain in the groups that they started, so that each group would have transitioned from listening exercise 1 to number 3 unchanged. But naturally, they would have had some occasion where there was one occasion where there was a lady who could not attend her designated group session, so she entered another group and she would have met people that she would not have known before. Now, each time I'm playing the same thing, and they're not encouraged to have conversation. So only before we start, there could be, little pleasantries, but once I start, it was like lockdown, And what I found, so I'm playing the test piece, the test sounds, the 2 scales, and they were writing scripts. So this lady met someone in the group who she did not know before. So she wrote in her script what she was experiencing and what she was thinking about during the course of the session. And of course, I collected it. I didn't do analysis then. And on the 3rd session, those 2 people also happened to be in the same group. And the man wrote the same, almost verbatim, the same script she had written the last session before on his script, even without consultation. And I was quite surprised when I saw it because it made me think of the potential influence that happens when people within a group are listening to the sound of the pan, and the potential for maybe a one-mindedness. That's the best way I could describe it. It is not something that I had anticipated at all. There was no measurement I had for that. I didn't even have a theoretical framework for it.
So what I kind of hear you saying is that the pan can have a positive influence on the mind.
Yes.
Wow. That's
But it's much more than just a positive influence, because positive is a very wide explanation. What it can do. So for one of the things that I would have seen in terms of gender differences, there was an ability to project the mind into the future and create imagery that doesn't exist, which has to do with, if you're creating imagery that doesn't exist, that is fantasy. And if you are projecting things that you are hoping it can exist, that's imagination. Both of them are very important drivers for brain development and for social function. And it could only take place where the type of listening setting that they were in was, you didn't have the cognitive hook where they were trying to fill the words into a song or chip to the beat. There wasn't any opportunity for that. So it allowed their minds to have free reign.
Now, before we go for the break, right, you have written a book, right?
Ah, I have my book.
Yeah, you could take out your book, and we want to talk a little bit about your book, but before, yes, Steel Band Vibrations, right?
Steel pan vibrations, unlocking the human mind.
Right. So this is taking the pan to another level as far as the mind is concerned and the effect it can have on a person's mind.
Steel pan vibration and locking the human mind.
Yeah. Locking the human mind. People ain't think, pan could have an effect on your psyche.
Yes,
you understand? This is something big enough.
And you see, the importance of that unlocking is that, remember that if you have cognitive change, the cognitive changes that you experience would now form a platform for emotional experience. And that emotional experience and cognitive change are the drivers for behavioral resolution and behavioral change.
So, how long did it take you to actually do this book, Doc?
Okay, to actually do this particular leg of the study, it was done in my PhD, at my PhD level, from 2016 to 2022. However, my preparation for that would have been at my master's level, where I did research on, I think my master's dissertation, it was so long ago, it was 2015. I think I said steel pan vibrations and it's linked to health or something like that, but I only interviewed panists at that time. For this measurement, I interviewed just average people. I tested average people, but for the masters, I interviewed panists. I think it was 100 and something panists in 9 countries. And so that would be included in my preparation for this. However, I needed to know about Western music. So I did a Bachelor's of Performing Arts, which took me 4 years. I started that in 2011. And prior to that, in 2009, because I didn't know how to read and write music, I did a certificate in pan. That was in 2009. However, in 2004, I did something called Passing the Hammer, where I learned how to sync drums and score out and tune pans. So I think that, realistically speaking, I've been preparing for this from 2004.
So, Doc, I just wanted to get a quick, when you say cognitive, you really mean relating to the process of acquiring knowledge and understanding through thought, experience, and the senses, right? So, so when you talk about cognitive, this is what you are trying to say. And what we're going to do, Doc, we're going to take a quick break, right? And when we come back, we want to talk about a phrase that you coined in the book called the golden age of pan.
Right.
And exactly what do you mean when you say the golden age of pan? So, folks, we're going to take a quick short break. We'll be right back. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, COP, Dr. Rampasad, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Of course, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. You can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back with Dr. Rampasad. Stick on stage.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, COP, Dr. Ramprasad and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. At some point in time, if you have any calls that you want to have, any questions you have for Dr. Ramprasad, we're going to open the lines for any questions you have. But right now, we're just trying to get into all the details with respect to Dr. Ramprasad book and this kind of innovative idea here with the pan having a positive effect on your mind. It's like changing your mindset because
Yes,
I read a book, Dr. Ramprasad.
Neuroplasticity,
Yeah,
the brain's ability to rewire itself, and that is what the pan can facilitate that in the brain.
I read a book by Dr. Carol Dweck, right? Dr. Carol Dweck said there are two types of mindset. You either have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset, right? And a baby has a growth mindset, because a baby learns to crawl, then a baby learns to walk, and a baby does take all kind of chances,
Right.
But yeah, as you become older, many of us tend to create a fixed mindset. And they also give us some example in sports of athletes that had fixed mindset in that if they lost a game, they find all kind of reasons as to why they lost, right? Instead of trying to improve on their performance. And they use Michael Jordan as an example of a person who has a growth mindset. Michael Jordan says he will take 300 foul shots. Understand? And John McEnroe was one that had a fixed mindset, because if he lost a game, either the court was too slow or the rain wet the clay, or there was always some type of excuse. So, when you talk about a growth or a fixed mindset. But let's get back to the question now. When you talk about the golden age of pan in your book, what exactly do you mean by that?
Okay, so one of the tables, now all of the tables in my book will be the first time anyone ever sees them. So one of the things that I have on my table is the amount of years it took from one stage to the next for the pan to start from the 4-note pan to the tuning and in a layout, which the last change was maybe, I think it was early 1970s when the pan was chromed by Rudolph Charles. And that growth spurt happened just on the cusp of us becoming an independent country. And at the same time, the PAN organization transformed into a resource for the community of panists and the community of tuners in the country. And it was a fertile ground for the instrument. So you had a number of innovations, inventions, and changes taking place in steady succession, compared to now, where you don't even see a new innovation every year. It's become a little bit stagnant. So I term that phrase in terms of the rapid growth of the instrument and the time just after independence, even leading up to where UWI had a research center for Kariri, where they did a lot of testing and things like that on the pan. So all of that is what I would have termed the golden age of pan. Because everybody were trying new things and new layouts, new materials, new everything, And because of that willingness to try, there were a lot of good results. But you're not having that amount of innovation taking place in terms of on the pan scene anymore.
With that in mind, what you just said, right? As far as you concerned, what are your dreams for the future of pan?
So I would really like if there could be a steel pan research center here in Trinidad and Tobago, because what I would have reflected in this book is just a small bit of what I think about when it comes to the instrument. Because I sit down and I have drawings, I have charts, I have layouts, I have so many things that I feel that the world can benefit from. And I would like to be able to have that platform where I can do that. That is one. The second thing, and I would have written it in my, it's not in the book, but I would have written it in my dissertation, is I would also like to see a degree in steel pan, sound therapy, being offered at the university level, because there are degrees in music therapy that are given all over the world. And I feel that if that can be developed here in Trinidad and Tobago and then sold on license to other universities throughout the world, I think it would help to standardize and encourage more research as well as more lettered people using the pan in different ways. The third thing that I would want is that 60% of this country probably doesn't participate in pan at all. There are a number of groups that would hold away from the pan because of the stigma that is attached to it, whether it is a cultural stigma or a religious stigma. I would want to undertake as well, with whatever support I can get, to go to different interest groups throughout the country, present my findings, and try to encourage more people to accept the pan for the greatness that it is.
But
So
Dr. Ramprasad, we in the
Yes, sir.
21st century, I don't understand. Maybe it's because of my upbringing in Chumakak. I don't know. I just wonder sometimes. I don't understand why the idea with respect to the university and the degree in pan is not taught at UWI and University of Trinidad and Tobago. And then, as you say, for Trinidad and Tobago to have whether the copyright, the trademark, the patent, whatever it is, and then do it like if you have franchises all over the world, and you have all these other universities,
Okay, so
using Trinidad and Tobago
let
as
me
the
put some
foundation.
clarity. There are steel pan performance degrees. You can do a steel pan performance degree here in Trinidad, both in UWI as well as in UTT. But this is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a comprehensive understanding of the sound influence in the same way you have music therapy as a profession. I would like to see steel pan sound therapy as a profession.
Okay.
Yes,
All right,
yes.
get it.
Not performance, because you see, everybody who's not making a pan and who's not selling a pan can can play a pan. There are so many people who dedicate themselves to playing pan, but using the pan as an instrument to spearhead wellness in others is a different matter altogether. That is what I'm talking about.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
because I think, let me see if I could quote it correctly, but I could be exaggerating. I believe there are 11,000 music therapy degrees available in North America, Canada, United States, Europe. There is not a single steel pan sound therapy degree.
Wow,
No, Dr. Ramprasad.
Yes,
back
sir.
in the mid 90s or 95, 96, we were. I had in the United States we had a social group, a Trinidad-based social group, and we ran into an article called "Pan for Personal Development."
Okay.
That came out of Trinidad. We studied it somewhat and decided to start a program, Pan for Personal Development, targeting youngsters from age 5 to about 17. We got them right before they went to college. And out of that program, we had some pretty interesting developments. And we got the goal, the focus was to get the youths, all Caribbean youths, involved in something that would prevent them from getting involved in negative behavior. And we succeeded to the point where we, out of our group, we got a few doctors and mostly everybody got college degrees out of it. But what happens is that since we were dealing with our youths, once our youths became of age, some of us didn't continue with it. We passed it on to another group.
Okay.
Now, it was a Trinidad-based paper that we got concerning.
So when I was doing my research, there was not any resource that had all of the publications that could be found in terms of research. I'm not talking about. Okay, let me repose that. The paper that you are talking about, Pan for Personal Development, was it published in an academic journal or under the umbrella of any university?
No, it was not.
So was it a newspaper article?
No, it was a booklet that it was.
Okay, like a booklet, right. So while that sounds like it would be very interesting, for my research, I would have had to use things that would have stated where the information came from, citations, things like that. However, not to minimize it, I think that definitely it would be a paper I'd love to read, and congratulations on the initiative of having those youths within your community participate in the Pan for Personal Development. And of course, that forms a bit of a foundation, but a lot of further growth is also a potential possibility.
Yes, it definitely needed further growth and still needs further growth.
Yeah, the reason I asked if it was an academic paper is because I read, because I would have had to quote, I read 184 dissertations on PAN, and it dealt with everything. I read everything from a dissertation where someone in Venezuela was talking about Trinidadians who used to frequently cross the border, and Trinidadian culture in Venezuela and PAN culture there and things like that. I read, of course, there's a couple like the one out of France that deals with how people memorize the patterns in the double second. So those kinds of things I would have read. Of course, as well as publications that would have come out from academic research and articles and things like that that has citations. So maybe that is why I did not come across the particular booklet that you are talking about.
Now, when it comes to the physical instrument, being tuned in cycles of fourths and fifth, do you suggest any better scheme?
No, I do not suggest any better scheme. I think what we have is actually quite marvelous in itself. I'm not saying that in the future other things may not evolve, but I think that what we have still has a lot of room for investigation and contribution.
Okay, thank you.
I think now and then I'm seeing questions pop up on the screen, but then they're disappearing, so I'm not too sure where they're actually going.
How important a PAN Research Center is for we to have in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago? How is it? How important that is?
Okay, so the size of the world wellness market, which I would have mentioned earlier today, I believe is 6.3 trillion US dollars a year. I examined all of the subcategories.
Can you repeat that, please? Repeat that number.
6.3 trillion US dollars per year.
You didn't say billion, right? You said trillion.
No, I said trillion.
Okay, all right.
Right. So now that 6.3 trillion represents all alternative health and wellness segments, including sports and all those types of things. So I examined all of the subcategories and I found that there were two categories. Now, the first time I did the examination of it was in 2016, and I updated it in 2022, May 2022, before I submitted my final paper. And those two segments were something shy of like 190 billion US dollars each, where I felt the PAN can fit into a subcategory of that. So I think that if we look at it on a really broad scale, there is so much scope for advancement. And in terms of the importance of research for Trinidad and Tobago, I think in 2026, we are beyond the old talk. That is, I hear this is good for that, and I hear so and so, and if you rub this, and if you take this, and, I think that the market is respectable enough to show them research with numbers and say this is good for that because we have done 1,000 tests on it, and this is the result, and we can say with authority, this is what you need, and then put it into the market. That is the way you open that facility. So yesterday, I was listening to research that was done on cancer using frequency, right? I was listening to an audiobook, and the fellow who was presenting it was a TED talk, and they were talking about, they did over a period of 15 months, thousands of frequency tests against particular disease types of human cells because they collaborated with some other research centers, because he was a musician and he collaborated with some other type of medical research center. So even before I go further than that, a research center in Trinidad and Tobago means that someone or a body of people have to be employed and have to be willing to give their whole day, every day, and thinking all night about this, setting up the research, doing the testing, maybe not getting the results, and going on for 15 months and then coming with something and saying conclusively, this is what can be done. So one of the things that they had found in this frequency research center, this thing I was listening to, is that when you had continuous sound, that is without a break, it was very difficult to direct the frequency to just disease cells. It was going rampantly to any cells. So it was destroying good cells, bad cells, everything in its wake. But when you use pulsated frequency, they were able to direct it. And of course, I was thinking, because I tell you, I always thinking about pan. I don't know why, but I was be sleeping and thinking about pan. But I was thinking to myself, if I could be in a research center where I can measure the frequency of what the roll is like, because there has to be silent punctuation between the roll. And if I can measure that and I can understand and I can collaborate with these people and find out what was the frequency and tones that they were using, I can try to collaborate that with the pan. That's what I was thinking. So I think it is important. I personally think it is important.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you a question, but somebody put a message in the chat, and the message kind of indirectly asks the question I was going to ask you, right? It says, we talking about pan, and they bring Dr. Rampersad with two question marks, right? Don't let Twiggy hear that now. She said Peter Kanai doesn't know about pan. I wonder what she will say now. I wanted to ask you, Dr. Rampersad, the question that Semantic just asked there. I know you understand the question. I know you understand. Right? You get it right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you that question with, look, we are here, right? We bring Dr. Rampersad. Dr. Rampersad to talk about pan and to talk about her studies, right? And we believe the study that you have done is a splendiferous study. You see, it's splendiferous. It's marvelous. It really is. It's fantabulous. You see?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we didn't look at you as a person, Dr. Rampersad. We look at what you are bringing to the table.
Right.
And that is what people have to start to understand. You see the person, and right away you put up a barrier.
Right.
Nah, it's like me, right? I grew up in Chumakak, but I was
never really... Especially when they're more knowledgeable than the person who put up a barrier.
Yeah, and it's like we were talking off here, right? And you was talking about Highlanders And I was telling you, Dr. Rampus, that I push pan with Islanders. I know Bertie Marshall, I know Tony. Understand? I used to be down in the pan here. I can't wait for my Foresight Highlanders t-shirt and all this kind of thing. You see? And
yes.
they look at Highlanders as a band from Lavantil. You know,
Yes.
them coming, you see? And we have to kind of get away from that Stone Age, archaic, Jurassic kind of mentality. You see? And have to start to see, we have to look at the information that is being brought to take us from being local to being global.
Well,
right,
I
too
think.
many biases.
Sorry?
Too many biases.
Well, that is human nature. Let's just start with that. That is human nature. So I'm not. There is. I take all these things in stride, and I welcome like certain level of questioning my authority and my knowledge and things like that. I have no problem with that, because I feel that it would be a comfortable conversation if I can have with someone who's not convinced about my commitment or my knowledge or my background, and if I can share with them and they can consider me in a different light. Now, I feel that everything in Trinidad has potential. For instance, although people always talk about doubles and roti, I think fried rice is probably the national dish, because everybody makes fried rice. You don't have to belong to a particular group to say, hey, you all coming over, well, I'll make fried rice and I'll make this and I'll make that. Nobody thinks about it. You understand? So, I might be one of a few, but eventually there will be more and things would change,
Yeah,
where
but
my talking would become as common as fried rice.
yeah, Dr. Rampersad, again, you give me a politically correct answer. Give me that's your second politically correct answer. Yeah. You see, because sometimes, like for example, we had a fella by the name of Orlando Octave here yesterday.
Right.
And he was talking about the status of Calypso. Right? And
Right.
the way Calypso have gone.
Yes.
And it's like them two is Stone Age, Jurassic, and archaic. You understand? And anytime anybody move out a little way away from that, them considered to be an outsider, even though they are one of them. And yeah, in my belief, you are trying to bring something here that is an added value to what the steel pan is all about, right? And an innovative idea that the steel pan can do and create jobs. It's like bringing foreign direct investment to Trinidad. When you bring foreign direct investment, it creates jobs.
That definitely can be done.
Yeah.
Because like I said, like if a degree, just like what I was talking about, like music therapy, steel pan therapy is created here, then we can encourage foreigners to come and study here. We can license that degree to other places. We can create a research platform where people can share conversation. There's so many different things that could be done, as well as, the other types of things.
And today we have virtual. So you can do class virtual as well. You can have people in England, China, Japan, United Kingdom, all across the world. And I'm sure many people will say, you know what? And you know what it is too? You could have like a foreign exchange. Because my daughter went to Argentina for a year. Was it a year? I don't remember. I know she went to Argentina. And the class was being taught in Spanish. Right? And she went to Argentina as a foreign exchange. You understand? For 1 year. So right there and then is foreign direct investment coming into Trinidad and Tobago, from all different parts of the world. You see, and that is it. But it'd be interesting, Dr. Rampasad, if you tell pan players about foreign direct investment, they might be foreign to them. So
well, anything that someone is not accustomed to would be new,
Yeah.
And so that doesn't mean to say that they can't adapt.
You might scare them.
Well, like I said, new things are always has a little bit of trepidation involved with new things. But the more you try different things, the more accustomed you become to daring, And that type of that spirit of daring was embedded in how the pan came about in the first place.
Right. So the question before that comment from the chat was, why look at song research and not music?
Right. So I think it was Mozart. I don't want to be wrong, but I seldom am, but I think it was Mozart who said that music is punctuated silence, right? So when you're playing music, there's a certain rhythm and there is a certain type of composition that people can latch onto. But if you're just using sound by itself, in the same way that I'm speaking to you, I am forming my sound into words, and then you can pick it up and you have some level of comprehension. So when I'm speaking to you, I'm going directly into your cognitive processes in your brain and you're understanding me. But if I were just to hum a sound, while you might be listening to it, you might get bored or your mind might wander, or you might start to think of different things. So the brain functions differently in the presence of just random abstract sound compared to music.
Okay.
Dr.
I
Ramasad,
don't know if that answers it. Yeah, that answers it.
No, that answers it.
Would you also say that everything, as far as music is concerned, has been explored already? It's just that the sound of the steel pan hasn't been fully.
I can't say because I don't know what has not been explored. But I do know that the pan in this capacity hasn't been explored. I was advised by one of my supervisors way back in 2016 to do a search on Google Scholar and PubMed for the effect of drums on the human mind, cognition and behavior or emotions. And I think at that time it was about 43,000 results. And there was, when I replaced drum with steel pan, there was 0 results. And to this day, up to 2022, when I did that search, there is still 0 results. So I know I can speak with confidence about pan because only when I decide to upload my research, the counter will go to 1.
But if you were to do the same on music theory and music history, it would be.
It's very heavily subsidized and funded for research.
You'll be flooded with results also.
Yes, yes.
Dr. Ramprasad, one of the summary findings that you had was listening to pan encourages resolution for self-care and self-improvement.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about that because people could tell you, Dr. Ramprasad, if I listen to a pan, it's because I want to take a little wine or something.
Right. So, like I said, the settings are very important. And when you were mentioning about the paper on pan for personal development, and I was saying that it really depends on if the personal development is being done in a group or if it's being done as an individual. Because I think as humans, we can all appreciate that we live our entire lives in our mind, right? We think what we're going to say, we decide where we're going to go, we make decisions on every interaction starts first in our mind. So if we're looking at the individual and as an autonomous person, we are looking at how we live our lives, the quality of our lives from day to day. When I or any other person interacts with an instrument, we're not listening to a band playing some music that, playing some woman on the bass and we want to pelt waist. It's not that. We are interacting with the instrument and we are intonating things and allowing ourselves to merge our minds into that sound, then you can have results like what I would have listed as part of my results. The idea of self-care ties in very strongly with that feeling of sweetness that comes with the pan. And that resolution to continue that is why people seek after it so much.
I fully agree with you.
Sorry?
I say I agree with you.
Thank you.
So you also concluded that positive shifts in moods were observed following exposure to the Song of Pan.
Yes.
Give us a little example when you say positive shifts.
Okay. So what I did, the testing layout was a group of people would come in and they would be sitting separately, and I would give them their forms and I would ask them anything that was coming to their mind or anything they were thinking or feeling to just go ahead and write it on the before sheet. So this is a script. And then they would write what they were experiencing, thinking, or feeling while I was playing these two scales. Then when I stopped, then they would have reflected on silence and written what they were thinking about then. I measure the frequency of particular types of dialogue that people would have put in each one of the sessions, and they showed a higher correlation between people having feelings of joy, feeling meditative, noticing their breath, different types of psychological and physiological measurements that they would have listed during the time that they're listening to the pan compared to before and after. There were some other results. There is a thing called Pavlov conditioning. So because when people listened for the first session, they realized that they were able to go inwards and eloquate so many things. By the time they got to the second listening session, most of the scripts was, I'm really excited for this session. I wonder what I will think about. I wonder how I will feel. All of that anticipation started to build up. Now, my testing group, not everyone had a history of interacting with the pan because it was people of mixed backgrounds in terms of people who play pan or who listen to pan or who go to panorama, and people who don't want to have anything to do with the pan at all because they think it's not their thing at all, and everybody had similar experiences.
It's interesting. What you have discovered is innovation by utilizing the pan for a very, very positive outcome, right? And we would hope that Pan Trinbago, which is the governing body in Trinidad and Tobago, will understand the importance of what you have done and the evidence to actually show that it actually works. Right? Because you have done these studies. It's not like, as you say, a teacher chalk just,
it's not rum shop talk.
Yeah, with the rum shop talk.
Yeah, because you see, like if we were saying something, if we were contributing something in class, and we can't justify it, he would just watch us and say that's rum shop talk, and then that is it for you.
Yeah.
We were always schooled to be very precise in what we are claiming, because otherwise it's like you're talking wild.
Right. Swag method.
Yeah, and we say here, we bring the truth and the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Now, some people bring facts, right? But it's FAX, that'll get through the machine rather than FACTS facts. So I want to compliment COP because COP called me early this morning. Early.
Yeah, I was at TTT before 7 o'clock about 7:15 this morning, and then I was on there, and I saw his missed call when I came off, and I was waiting for the radio program, or maybe it was the radio program actually.
Yeah,
you would have called me then after that.
Right, and he called me and he said, "Well, shit, you have to have this young lady on. She talking about pan. You understand? I good at. I read the book, quick to listen, slow to speak. So I listened quickly, and I picked up the phone. He sent me, when I picked up the phone and he called. I don't know why he's so quiet, because he wasn't that quiet this morning.
Oh, okay, right. I actually, the other two co-hosts are quite quiet.
Yeah, told them to be quiet, and
Mr. Ambassador.
Yes, sir.
Professor Wall Street is really the brain person on this program over there. He's just trying to expose us. But in what year we really accept pan and consider pan as we own in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago?
I think that would have been the declaration by Prime Minister Patrick Manning.
In what year?
I think that was 1991.
But we playing pan before that. We playing pan before that.
Sorry?
We playing pan before
No, but you said what year it was accepted.
Yeah. But what year we started play pan? What year we started? How much years now we classify pan as we own in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago?
Okay,
over 50 years?
Well, yes. I
over
guess
75 years?
No, it's not as old as that. But I believe if you were to go back to 1951 as the first ban with TASCO, and you wanted to count from there in terms of representing Trinidad and Tobago on an international platform, because of course we were playing pan here. I mean, that was long before I was around, but still we were playing pan here. So, but if you wanted to measure from 1951 then to now,
we do have a pan research
75 years or something, so?
76 from 1951 to now, we don't have a pan research center.
Yeah, there was one in Kariri, in UWI. There was one in Kariri in the 1970s, and that is where not Rudolph Charles. Yeah, I think Bertie Marshall was involved.
Do you believe that you missing on the board from the board of Pan Trinbago?
If I am missing from the board of Pan Trinbago, oh, I would love to be on the board of Pan Trinbago because I love every aspect of social development and human wellness. You know?
Because what you speaking about Pan?
Wait. If Dr. Ramprasad give us that permission,
to stay quiet now. I see that.
No, if you give us the permission, we will rally for that here on WZYE 95.9 FM on WZYE TV. We call him Dr. Ramprasad. Let me tell you something. You see, when we started something, and we are very consistent,
it would be very gracious if it were to be offered rather than fought for. Because I think
Dr. Ramprasad, oh God, you're going politically correct again.
She like the Tony line.
You have to always be sensitive that communication, it goes both ways, and you have to be sensitive of where another person's barriers are, and try to work with that rather than to try to break it down and not.
No, but you cannot work with something that don't have the vision to take pan further.
Well,
and from 1951 to now, because I still saying we do have a pan research center, but you wishing
I am
for a pan research center.
That is a deep wish of mine because I have so many things that I've thought about.
The only person can acknowledge that wish is Pan Trinbago or the Ministry of Art and Multiculturalism. And your wish could come true by fighting to be on that board of Pan Trinbago because the knowledge you have on pan. I never hear no pan leaders speak as how you speaking about pan.
Not even Pan Trinbago.
Because
listen. In my opinion,
yes.
Sometimes your battles have to be fought through other people.
On several fronts.
On several fronts. In order for people to see what you are bringing to the table. You see, because people will look and say, well, yeah, she write a book and you happen, how much pan she does play, how long she playing pan, how long she run pan, what pan side she ever play for, she ever playing Panorama, she ever playing that, what is that? So what it is that this is significantly important to the pan industry in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, because
this is not rum shop talk. Your book is not rum shop talk. It's a well-researched book about bringing added
aspect, yes,
to the pan in Trinidad and Tobago, and that's what you want.
And we're looking at proven scientific research.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't worry, we could fight the battle for you, but we just have to get your permission. Or if you don't want us to fight, we go stay quiet. We go sit down in the corner like little
when
Jack
we fight,
corner.
you winner. When we fight, you winner.
When we fight, we just win. All right, and we're not fighting from a negative perspective, Dr. Rampersad. We are fighting for the enhancement of Trinidad and Tobago. And by enhancing the pan and the pan industry, you are enhancing Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, that is ultimately my hope, that my work can be of substance to people now and in the future, and that it could form a platform for other people to take it up and go further. Because, I mean, there will be a time 50 years from now when I won't probably be around, and neither anybody here. And Trinidad and Tobago will still live on and still have this legacy of pan. But I would like to see that more people in the future, where I can't even imagine, can still have some benefit from it.
And that
in other words, you hope to leave it in a better state than you met it.
I would hope so, yes.
And pan mindfulness, which I call it that, pan mindfulness is being taught across the world. And the origination was originated in Trinidad and Tobago. And now we have visiting professors from Trinidad teaching at Yale, Princeton, University of Pennsylvania, Brown University, and all these top Ivy League, plus also these other small Ivies across the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Russia, Japan, China, all across the world.
Understood. Well, I think some of the things that we need to shift as a society in our mind is also, I think I would have mentioned it when we spoke on the phone, that the narrative of how the pan developed needs to be widened. Not saying that anything that is there is wrong, but I think it needs to be widened by evidence. Because, again, going back to my book, I have a chart in my book.
Again, put up the book. Put up the book again. Put up the book. Put up the book.
Right.
Cuban vibrations. Yes. And where can you
by the way, I wanted to see that the concentric circles, which is the vibrations moving off the word steel pan, but also to sync a pan, you have to draw concentric circles so you sync it evenly. And then the phases of the moon has different influence on organic matter on the surface of the earth, as well as the tides and things like that. And the phases of the moon has different designs and layout of the pan as it evolved. The full moon is the one that we are using now.
See, there you go. There you go. Look at that. We learned something new. Where can you get the book if you need to get the book? Where can you get the book?
So I have a website. It's called The Pan Sound Effect. It's all one word, thepansoundeffect.com.
I'll put it in the chat. Okay.
And if you go on to that, you can do international purchases. I have a few books that is in England, and it would be shipping from there, because the ship from Trinidad is a little bit more costly. So it would ship to, and I have a standard set shipping for Canada, eastern side of United States, and western. And of course in England, it's there for you to buy as well with local shipping.
Do you have an audiobook?
No, I don't have an audiobook. I have physical books there in England. I don't really believe in too much audiobook yet. And there's a benefit to reading. Eh? So anyhow, and I have books here in Trinidad. I'm available if anyone wants to WhatsApp me. My number is 758-7283.
Hold a minute. Let me put that in the chat. 1 minute.
Sure.
What is that number again?
758.
Yeah.
7283.
7283 or 82?
Yes. So
83. Dr. Rampersad.
Yes. So anyone who wants to buy the book locally can WhatsApp me, and they can do an online transfer, like bank to bank transfer, and then I would arrange delivery. And only for this carnival season, I would be this weekend. I would be in C3 in San Fernando, the mall. They're having a carnival pop-up shop. I will be in the tunnel of the Grand Bazaar. I just learned today that medium-size finals will be in Trinidad because of problems with transport.
Yes.
So that's Monday the 9th. I will be in the grandstand, in the tunnel of the grandstand. And for the PAN finals, I will also be there.
Somebody asked, is it on Amazon?
It is not on Amazon. Unfortunately, I've had to self-fund everything that you're hearing about and seeing here, with the exception of, gate subsidies for studying. So Amazon takes 41% of the profit, and I'm not in a position to release that amount of money as yet.
Wait, Amazon take 41%?
41%, and that is if you don't do on-demand printing. If it's on-demand printing, it goes into the 50-something%. So they're printing for you and shipping. So that is why I undertook to build a website. Of course, that cost me, and then to put up the platform and to have it hosted and all those things. But it's better benefit for me if I do it that way.
So Dr.
It's a whole
Rampersad,
new skill that I didn't know about, but thanks to Nalis, there was a free publishing seminar that I attended 3 Saturdays last year, and I was able to learn the best practices of the business even before while I started.
Yeah, Nalis
Trinidad is a great place, to learn things and know stuff.
Dr. Rampersad?
Yes, sir.
Many of your performances have taken place in non-traditional venue and cultural site,
Right.
How does that experience influence your artistic academic approach?
Okay, so I would have toured India 3 times playing pan. 2 times with a group and one time as a soloist. I also went to Martinique, and then we played like in Diwali Nagars and for prayers and different types of things. So it's not places that you would traditionally find pan. So there are 2 parallel narratives in that. When I went abroad, because the people who are there does not have the same type of social concerns that we have here in Trinidad, when I went even like to India, it was very, very highly regarded in terms of people asking me about pan and not thinking that I didn't belong or, things like that. So it was very refreshing for me, as well as very eye-opening when I stood in India on a big stage and people are asking me questions and I didn't know enough to answer them sensibly. So I resolved when I came back to Trinidad to try and do anything that I could. The first and only thing that I found was the program that takes place in the Panyards, July, August. I went to Renegades, and Professor Selwyn Cujo was teaching then. I was the only adult. Everybody else was children. Everywhere I've gone, I'm probably the only person, who was going, but I was still going. So I attended that. And when I toured again on another occasion, I went to India in, I think it was 2005 or so. And when I was playing on my own over there, because I'm also a trained tabla player. So in India, they have a very high regard for sound in terms of their raga system and things like that. So I was at an ashram and someone there said, Trinidad steel pan, healing sound. And I remember standing up. So I was playing solo for about 6,000 people. And I'm standing up there and I'm thinking to myself, Trinidad steel pan, boy, healing sound. I wonder if that is why so many people mad behind this pan. I wonder if that's why I so mad behind this pan, because from the time I started to play it, it's like every day my pan calling me and I want to play, So when I came back, UTT had now started their certificate program, and I went in just to do the certificate so that I could learn to play a little better and maybe read a little music. But I loved what I was doing so much, I did not leave until I was finished with the PhD. So
you see that question there on the screen?
Yes. I actually, so I tend to be, although I'm talking a lot, I tend to keep to myself a lot and be quite introvert. So to approach other people and say, here it is now, I do something and it's really nice, that's probably not me. So I have never actually approached WZYE per se to say, here, this is what I'm researching and whatever. Because my experience in the past, from while I was doing my PhD, as well as even when I had auditioned to join WZYE and things like that, is that you can't really force knowledge and information and sharing on anyone who's not really ready to hear it. So I just kind of do my own solo thing and let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah, but you can write a letter. You can write a letter. You can send an
It's
email.
not that I have not reached out to them. So when I give that political answer, it's really that's the summation of my whole answer. Is that when they're ready to hear it, they will.
That's why pan reach nowhere in Trinidad yet. I don't believe from 1951. What she think many times you hear me say it was over 70 something years. We playing pan in Trinidad. We don't have a pan research center. With a pan research center, Mr. Abbasad, do you believe that will educate and inform the pan players more? It will benefit the pan players? If they want to research.
I want to pause before I answer, because you see, the question
just do to the line, eh? Just do to the line.
No, okay, I'm not going to toe the line. The question suggests that the pan players need more education and information. But I think that a pan research center will include people who are not pan players and that who necessarily would have had that type of life investment in the pan would now get on board. So it would widen the paradigm and the acceptance scope of the people who are involved. So yes, there may be pan players who want to go down that road, but in addition to that, I think that it may widen the berth of the amount of people who are becoming involved, who may not necessarily be pan players.
Dr. Ramprasad.
Yes, sir.
I like you, you know. I like you. You know, you are very, 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 very diplomatic, and that is excellent. That is excellent.
I have had a reason to develop that.
Yeah,
because
I
like the comment that came on, right, about what would someone say about me coming on and talking about pan.
Yeah.
This is not the first time I have been affronted with this. So remember, if I say that I started in 2009 and I went through the university system, I would have had cause to realize that there is a limit to what people are willing to accept and from whom.
No, and we understand this. I fully understand exactly what you are talking about. But in 2026, this is facts.
Yes.
For an organization like Pan Trinbago that have an innovative instrument in the world, it's not an innovative instrument just in Trinidad and Tobago of 1.4 million people, you know. It's an innovative instrument of the world. And they are not doing business 365 days out of the year. 365 days out of the year, as a fellow named Stinger Calypso. Something wrong. Something wrong.
Pan Trinbago don't, in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Pan Trinbago don't even have an office of the owner or a venue of the owner.
And Dr. Ramprasad, we are not being destructive of Pan Trinbago. That's not what we are doing. But what we are trying to do, listen, I teach global business and organization behavior and principles of business management. And in my estimation, right, I never play pan, nor ever beat pan. You know, they say when you can't play pan, you just beat pan, right? And if I had to play pan, I might more beat pan more than anything else, right?
You push pan already.
Yeah, I push pan.
So you're part of the community for sure.
Correct. I'm part of the community. And this is outside of your book and everything else. Right. But in the pan industry, there's a certain kind of saying that, you know, when you try to help them, hey, what pan you ever play? What side you ever play for? Well, no, I never play pan before. You know, are you trying to come and help we and you never play pan? You not part of we? No. Yes, I never played pan. You are absolutely correct. But I have an expertise that I can bring to the table. I'm talking about me personally. I can bring to the table that can make your organization and you much more money than just waiting for Panorama to get a little small thing. You understand? Every Panorama come, the government give you $15 million. Everybody get a little thing.
That's how much they get, $15 million? That's how much they get, 15 million?
Punch and big on him. I think
Yeah.
that's about how much they just get.
That's how much they're getting this year.
Okay.
That's how much they're getting this year.
Correct me if
I
I'm
have
wrong.
something political to say.
But,
No, politically correct. No, sorry.
Dr. Rampersad coming out, boy. Go ahead,
No.
Come on.
My
Bring it
mistake.
on.
I have something politically correct.
You cannot toe the line for long.
No, wait.
You must have that.
You have something politically correct to say. Go ahead.
It's not politically correct.
Yeah.
Based on what you were saying.
Yeah.
So when I was doing my master's, this is storytelling and oral tradition. When I was doing my master's, I was in touch with a professor in Nigeria. And he had done some research on traditional songs and sounds in African villages throughout Nigeria, right. Mostly, with the Yoruba and things like that. And he would have quoted J.D. Elder and things. So we had lots of conversations. We're actually still in communication up to now. And there was one practice where he said that people used to keep like yard fowl. And whenever the fowls like jumped from somewhere too high and they were very fatigued, they would put a metal bucket and hit it and then lift it up and the fowl would go running, right? So they were looking at sound. He was looking at sound there. And when I mentioned it here when I was doing my master's, I was surprised how many people knew about that technique being carried out here in Trinidad as a thing, that people used to do that. I wouldn't know because I never had yard fowl. Right.
I just stop my galvanize with my hand, pang, 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 and
right.
all
So
the pole and them
same
run up
metallic thing, right? So when you think about the 300 years between when that would have occurred, when people left Africa and came here, and that practice is still there, ingrained in the behavior that was being displayed here in Trinidad. And I contacted that professor in Nigeria, and I told him that people still do that here. So I think that behavior that you're talking about in Pantrinbago or in any organization or in the government or within the society or within the pan fraternity asking you, well, what pan you play and things like that. Those are learned behaviors that will take time to shift. And paradigm shifts usually take about 3 generations.
Sometimes I ask myself if it's internalized oppression or not.
I don't even want to fathom
that. Sometimes, Mr. Ambassador, sometimes you need to speak your mind and say what you have to say. That is how the Pantrinbago and them will understand where they're going wrong.
I see. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah,
definitely I will absorb it and give it some good thought.
Yeah, Dr. Rampersad, we believe that your research is significant to the added development. I put added in front.
And that's correct. It is added, yes.
Yes, the added development of the pan. And you know what it is? It's like any business. In front of incentive, you put added incentive to the business.
Well, it's like a diversification of the core business, yes.
Correct, right? And that's
all. I study business too,
Huh? You study business too? Yeah, added incentive to Pantrinbago, right? And it's not going to be easy to change that type of fixed mindset.
No.
Into a growth mindset.
No.
Yes. You understand? It's going to take a little time. But, Martin Luther King has a quote that says, you don't have to see all the flights and the steps. You only have to see the first flight.
Yes.
Right? And what we want them to see is the first flight. You understand? But look at the top steps in the first flight. You see? And so they have to just to be a little more open-minded because as you said, right? It's about over 100 and something million that Pantrinbago get and Pan can fit into, right? As a certain type of mindfulness with respect to Pan, and they have to take that serious because that is plenty employment,
Well, I think it's plenty of employment and it's opportunity, fiscal opportunity for the country if we were to become a second Mecca for research on the instrument. Because okay, yes, we were the Mecca for creation, which it's in itself a huge achievement for such a small island in such a big world. And I think if we were to become the second Mecca for pan research and innovation and that type of grounding, it's important. I think that's a huge opportunity for us as a country.
Right. So, Dr. Rampasan, give us 5 seconds. We're going to take a quick break.
No
and then we're
problem.
going to allow you to go. We really appreciate you spending time here with us, but give us a few seconds for a quick break. Folks,
Okay.
we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walshit, COP, Dr. Rampasad, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walshit, COP, Dr. Rampasad, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And don't forget, folks, on Sunday from 1 to 4, it's Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics right here on WZYE 95.9 FM. Dr. Rampasad, welcome back.
Hi.
Dr. Rampasad, just in closing, right?
Mm-hmm.
We really appreciate what you are doing for the PAN, and we know for a fact you're gonna continue soldiering along.
I will.
With what you're doing, because you're very passionate, about this thing. You have a passion for it. Maybe at some point in time, I will learn to play PAN.
Nah. She's passionate about it, but she has some things that she's holding back.
Plenty.
I've seen it, and she holding back things that need to let go.
We got a few things out tonight, man. Come on, man.
Yeah. But
we gotta bring she back. We gotta bring she back.
I agree.
They got a few more, yeah.
You see, let me tell you something, right?
Yeah.
By the time I express everything that I'm thinking about when it comes to the instrument,
yeah,
the PAN fraternity would be facing a 180-degree turnaround. What I have done with my book now is 45 degrees.
Okay.
Yes.
That
is why I am such a heavy advocate for a steel pan research center. It would be 180 degrees. I shared it with a couple people. I shared parts of it with a couple people. One of them was the late Nestor Sullivan at Panbury. And when I told Nestor some of the things that I was thinking about, he rocked back in his chair and he said, "Oh my God, you're on a different heights."
Yeah. That's exactly what we're saying. You
see, because I have a respect for the instrument, because it is something that facilitates energy magnification in the atmosphere of wherever it is.
Dr. Rampas, I just thought about something. You see, like on a Panorama finals, they should somehow find a way to highlight you on the stage.
Oh my
in
God.
Our Panorama finals. You're laughing? Why are you laughing?
No. You qualify for that, sir.
Why are you laughing? No, I want to know why you're laughing.
Because you see, okay, while it might have people who are for it, there are many people strips and say, "What's she doing up there?"
No, Dr. Rampasa, there you go again. No.
You have done the work.
You can't control.
I have done the work, yes.
They're gonna think they're gonna think like that anyway.
For real, that's true. I've had a
and I can put my neck and I block that. Every one of them board members in Panton Bago never did research like that.
Okay, well, I don't know that. I wouldn't have that knowledge, so I can't see. I wouldn't put my head on any block or anywhere else for them kinds of things.
They don't speak like that.
But listen to this. You have done the work. You know something? And we're gonna close on this. I'll give you a quick personal story, right? I run Masters Track and Field, right? And I have established 20 world records in Masters Track and Field. 20 times. I was the first person, Trinbagonian, to ever do something at my age. And I had a friend and mentor. He stopped me one day. He said, Anselm, what is the sense you making all these accomplishments and nobody don't know about it? What is the sense? What is the sense? You running breaking record, nobody don't know about it. It make no sense. I say, boss, that is correct. Didn't I tell you I established 20 world records this morning? Dr. Ramprasad, didn't I tell you that?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
You mentioned that.
So it's the same thing with you and the research that you have done. The more people get to know about it, the more people get to be informed about it. Because just as us, this is the first time here we're hearing about your book.
Yes.
Your book should be all over the schools in Trinidad and Tobago, all over the schools. Right? This is important knowledge that the kids and them need to know, the pan players and them need to know, the Minister of Culture needs to know. This is significant as far as our pan industry in Trinidad and Tobago and bringing foreign direct investment into the country. This is not just about beating pan or playing pan. There is more to it than that. So when I tell you, you should be on the stage in Panorama, right? And people saying, here is Dr. Ramprasad, she has written this book. And listen, it could be just 5 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes. That's nothing, because, when you have a Panorama, you always have a break. Always have a long break. Right? In that break, they could have you on the stage, humming a little tune, right? Introducing you. This is Dr. Ramprasad. She have done this research in this book. So. And that is it. So they promoting pan. You promoting pan. That's what you're doing. You promoting pan and you trying to bring added incentive to what they are doing. So what's wrong with that?
It's an excellent idea.
Yeah, we go campaign for you too, and it's free. Yeah? We want to enhance what you are doing. That's it.
That would be wonderful because it cannot be done by me alone. It definitely
there you go. There you go, Dr. Ramprasad. It cannot be done by you. And so let other people who want to do a little work too. Now that's all right. Yeah. Mr. Dr. Ramprasad, I want to say it's really a pleasure having you and for you to tell the audience and the pan industry, you have put in all this work and we can't let all this good work, be done in vain.
I really appreciate that. I also paid my dues in deciding that I'm going to dedicate something like 13, 14 years in university without stop. I would have, the opportunity cost that I would have had to allay to do this was tremendous to me personally.
You see, and Volsang says, thank you, Dr. Ramprasad, for your time and enlightening conversation.
Birdsong?
Volsang, you just call him Volsang. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you see? So what it is that there many people, once they get to know about it, they say, yes, that is positive for...
One of the things that I did and that I do want to add in is that I simplified the language of the book. So it doesn't sound like a dissertation research. I put in a narration. So some of the narration, I'm speaking to people directly and telling them, look, this is what I'm doing. This is why I'm doing it, so that they themselves mentally can go along with it and accept it and absorb it and understand it.
Yeah. And that's what it is, I mean,
because it's no sense that it remains all in my head,
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So Dr. Ramprasad, Tommy and COP, you all have any closing questions for Dr.
Yes,
Ramprasad?
I have one closing question. Which pan side you choose for Panorama?
COP, what kind of question
Which
you
is your pan side?
I'm very politically correct. I won't be biased at all. I listen to everyone from the beginning of medium bands to the end of large bands.
And Dr. Ramprasad, that is the right answer. That's the right answer for COP.
See, you have to remember something. When you're standing in the presence of the pan, we're not talking about the melodies they're playing. But if you have the privilege to stand in the presence of the pan that is magnifying and producing all of this vibrational sound that your body is absorbing, it's irrelevant which one you like more or not.
So you do have a chosen pan side?
Well, I might, but I wouldn't say.
Oh.
Because you have people like who from Tramaka who back in certain people who from somewhere else back in here. But
yeah. I found Chumakit. You know why backing right away, Dr. Rampus?
Yeah, I know that already.
Oh, you know what I heard Professor Walsh feelings.
She know the deal right away, Tommy. Any closing question to Dr. Rampasad?
Dr. Rampasad, over the next 5 to 10 years, what would you really like to see happen as a major development with the steel band movement?
Right. So within the next 5 or 10 years, I as I've said many times, I would like to see that we have a steel pan research center and that we can progress knowledge and research behind the instrument. I would like to see an incorporated profession that has to do with steel pan sound therapy so that people who are already involved and people who are not involved and who are international and would like to become involved can get on board in a whole new career that doesn't have to do with music conducting or tuning particularly. I would like to see a research platform that is established from here in Trinidad, preferably through Pan Trinbago, where people can subscribe for a 1 day use, a 1 week use, a 1 month use, 1 year or a lifetime. And it is a platform that incorporates all people who have any sort of interest or research into Pan or anything to share as our best practices that can be a platform for more growth. Of course, I do have a number of things hidden at the back of my mind, which I know in the next 5 years I will also manifest. Just as I have done this book and I've given all of my efforts behind this, there are other innovations in terms of my way of thinking about Pan that I want to codify and bring forward to the public to help it move forward again.
And Dr. Rampasad, we have a message from WhatsApp. Marlon Strong says, "Good night." Marlon Strong says,
"Yes.
Good night. Great topic again. I think when people migrate to other countries, our mindset change. I am just saying that because I left Trinidad at age of 16. Now I will be 53. God spare life. Lived in Harp Place. So he lived in Harp Place, Trinidad, and he migrated like me. I migrated from Trinidad in 1977.
Yes, you said so.
And someone says Dr. Rampasad is evidently a humble soul.
I think that yes, you're correct. When you are isolated from your culture, it's easier to turn back and reminisce on the things that were really strong about your culture. And then when you are standing alone in a foreign country and there is not a lot of solidarity for what you believe and the way in which you act, then it becomes all the more important. But as I told you, as long as I can afford to continue living in Trinidad and Tobago, that has always been my goal. I love the country. I love being a good citizen of the country. I obey all of the laws, and I really want to see that the community and society that I've been born into all raised together. So I would not really want I don't necessarily need to be taken out of Trinidad to have an appreciation for Trinidad.
And this is the last good comment, Dr. Rampasad. Thank you for taking the time to come on the show.
I really appreciate everyone taking the time to listen to me.
Well, no, you have a splendiferous story, really and truly, and it's a story that's well researched.
You know how I get into Pan? I tell you, I wanted a free ticket to go to India.
No, tell me before you go. Tell me again.
What?
Tell them. Tell the
So
audience.
I went to the Dattatreya Yoga Center. That's where they have the 85-foot Hanuman Murti, but it hadn't been built yet, right? And there was this small little ensemble playing, and the Swami who is there, he's from India and he likes music and whatever and things. So he invited that small pan side to go to India in the year 2002 for a big celebration that they were having in South India in Mysore. And check me, I stand up and I watching them, right? And I talked to a fellow who was involved in Tunapuna All Stars at the time. So I tell him, I say, are they taking on new players? So he say, yeah, come now, you could come and play and sing and whatever. So I'm there thinking about it, and I didn't go for like a whole year, and maybe like a year or two passed. So they were like a few months before they went. And I was thinking, boy, I should really go and learn to play this pan and see if I get a free ticket to go to India. You know? So I come like a scalper. I went in and I learned to play pan to go there. Nobody expected that when I come back to Trinidad, I would still be playing pan. So of course, it was never predicted that I would be dedicating 80% of my life to it.
Well, you have done a marvelous job, and Doc, we want to thank you so much for taking the time, and we would like to have you back here, and what you are doing is something punching because it's seriously consider, adding you as I don't know, a ex officio member or just a
consultant.
A consultant, a paid consultant, to the Punch Bagel, because the knowledge that you bring in is going to bring added value to them, and a lot of their members can gain employment from what you are trying to do. So we want to
I
thank you.
think that, yes, definitely it can open a whole new market in terms of opportunity and employment. Definitely.
Yeah.
But groundwork has to be done. It isn't like an immediate, it isn't as straightforward as, the groundwork has to be done.
Yeah. So any closing words before you go?
I really want to encourage as many people, not because it's a sales pitch, but I really think that the value that you would get from reading my book is second to none, because there isn't anything that has been written like that.
Put the book up again and tell people about the book. Put the book up again.
This is one of the best books you would ever read on pan, and you can buy it if you're not living in Trinidad. You can purchase it online at thepansoundeffect.com.
And it's in the chat, and her number is also in the chat as well.
And if you are in Trinidad, I will be making a rare personal appearance in C3 this weekend at medium pan finals in the grandstand, but that's already inside the grandstand, and pan finals in the grandstand as well, where you can meet me personally and purchase the book. Or if you are in Trinidad and you send me a WhatsApp, we can facilitate the online transfer and I would arrange for delivery for you.
And Doc, if you can, whenever anybody purchases the book, make sure you sign the book too as well. Huh?
Once they request it, I do sign it.
Okay.
Because not everyone, like someone who wanted to gift it to they have a 9-year-old son, so she did not want me to dedicate it to her. So she just wanted me to put only my signature, no dedication. So whatever is the personal goals, yes. Because a book that has a dedication doesn't have, the value is reduced compared to just a book with a signature.
And Doc, what time are you going to be there? Somebody wants to know what's the time you're going to be there.
So in C3, it's a day market. So that takes place from 10 o'clock to 6 o'clock. I don't know if it will last that long. I feel if I turn up there fresh, like maybe about 10, 11 or whatever, by the time the sun gets too hot, I might be riding out, but I'll try to stay as long as I can in C3. For Panorama medium band finals, this is the first year I'm not just sitting in the seats and just looking. I would be in the booth. Pan medium band final starts at 7, so I would probably be set up by 5:30 in the grandstand, and same thing goes for finals. I am considering going for the Dimashra because it's an arrangement I've already made. Well, I've secured the space with NCC, so I am allowed to go at any time that they're there, that there's a show on. So I am still considering the grandstand, but most of the times I will be there right through until the end. So I think that kind of covers the shows in the Savannah and daytime in C3.
So Dr. Rampasad, again, we want to say thank you very kindly from Uncle Tommy, COP, and myself for coming to join us here and giving us a wonderful, spectacular experience about the pan. We really appreciate it. Thank you so very
It
much.
was so very nice of you to have me.
All I ask of you is to subscribe to the channel, press that notification, and anything that Professor Wall Street, anything that WZYE having, you will be informed about it.
Okay, that sounds great. It was very nice chatting with all of you. Well, only two of you really spoke much, not the third person, but it was a easy conversation, fun and enjoyable. It was a time well spent.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you so much. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. So there you have it, folks.
What a splendiferous interview.
COP,
let me take a 5-minute break.
Okay, cool. Yeah, COP, you see. Somebody have a song say, "Way Pan Reach." Who sing that song, boy? Who sing that song?
Nah, you know, Way Pan Reach.
Yeah, let me see if I could find that song.
No way.
Who sing that song, boy? Somebody sing that song. Calypso, Way Pan Reach. Calypso, CALYPYPSO. Calypso, Way Pan Reach. Way Pan Reach. Hold on now. Have to be Brooklyn. Yeah. Hold on. Wait. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna put you on. Yeah, go ahead, Brooklyn.
Yes. Good night to everyone, viewers and listeners.
Brooklyn,
I am feeling.
Wait. Who sing this song Way Pan Reach? You know about that song?
No, I can't know song called that.
You already know the Lizetta. You already know Lizetta.
Only the Lizetta I know. And I want to say, great.
Wait. Brooklyn. Nah. You serious? Stop right there. Stay right there. Don't go nowhere. Stay right there. Wait, 1 minute. 1 minute. COP and Tommy, Brooklyn, you just tell people you know about pan, right?
But you see, that song ain't nothing good to talk about pan, so why I go listen to it?
Oh God. I just asked you a question.
It's like you telling me where the PNM reach.
Look the PNM Calypsonian. Wait, listen to this. Look from the PNM Calypsonian. Listen to this. Wait, hold on. Wait, look here. Hold on.
This is the pan. Trimbe goes pan. Ba-do-ba-dum, bim, boom, bim, boom, bam. Ba-dum, bim, bam. This is the pan. Sweet pan. Everybody feeling happy. Carnival day in the city, but we never know the pressure the pan and the pan man undergo. I just see them merry making, everybody sipping something. Take some time up and think, and see how we still back conditions think. From the days of fish and Winston Spree, I remember pan beating so sweetly. Tell me where pan reach, where the hell pan
hear that, Brooklyn? You profess. Hey, COP.
But
COP.
But let me tell you something. That's
hey.
Coco. Who's singing it, Coco?
Hey. COP.
Who asked that question? Who's singing that song? Coco?
Who cares who's singing this song? I asked you a question just now.
Could you please answer me? Is that Coco?
It's Coco. Yes, it's Coco.
Well, nobody don't listen to him.
I asked you that. I ask you, Brooklyn, you ever hear the song where Pan Rich? You say that on song so.
That is exactly what you say.
Brooklyn, hold up, stop. Take this, hold up. You Brooklyn, no, take this, wait, take this, wait. Take
Presenting Bubble Head of the Day.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. You listen to Donald Trump, boy.
Brooklyn, you were strong. Wait, you were strong with the first bubble head of the day. And I was saving that for Ulrich, but you come and you take it for yourself. Go ahead. You take it. Wait, Brooklyn, wait.
Presenting Bubble Head of the Day.
Just don't take it personal.
Go ahead, Brooklyn.
You finished?
Yeah, I finished. Go ahead.
Taking that personal. Here what I have to say now, right?
Go ahead.
The reason why Wall Street would know that song is because Wall Street was a serious PNM. I was never a PNM. So for Wall Street to know about a crow song, you have to so I will make a contribution now.
Go ahead.
Because I don't listen to Crow. Crow can sing Calypso. He sing out of time in. Crow's not a sweet singer. So I, as a UNC, cannot listen to no Crow song. So I think that should be enough to defend myself why I don't know that song, because nobody listens to Crow. Okay?
All
right. So I think you have to take back that bubble head of the week. And I think the supporters and the viewers will
all right, viewers, wait. Brooklyn, wait. Viewers and listeners in the chat, we introduced Bubblehead of the Day, and Brooklyn crung it. I asked him a question. You know the song where Pan Rich? He said, "I no song so." None.
Yeah.
See what he say?
Yes, but ask the viewers, do you believe that he deserved that crowing today?
Right.
Or we should apologize to him?
Bubblehead of the Day.
Wall Street,
go ahead.
Nobody listens to Crow. That's all I have to tell you. Nobody listens to Crow. And I think if you put that I think out there, the viewers and them go say the same thing, they don't want to hear you. All right? So let me make my contribution now. Let me go back to where I started.
Hey,
so now,
Brooklyn, before you go, I bet you Ulrich sent a message now. You want to bet? You want to bet?
All right.
Wait. Let me look at my phone and see. Look. Ask COP.
Ulrich sent a message one time. He glad you guys.
Oh God.
And that is why I don't get vexed, because this is all about fun, laughter, and
Go ahead.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, what I am saying is, right?
Yeah.
Back to the seriousness.
Yeah.
They make me forget the professor, the woman name or kind of thing.
Dr. Rampersad. Dr. Rampersad.
Dr. Rampersad.
Yes.
Great interview by Dr. Rampersad, right?
Yeah.
And I want to say this. When people have great minds, right? And people have great ideas to take something into a different place, the people who have it where it is afraid to make that step forward. Because why? What they're benefiting right now, they may not be able to benefit the way they benefit in just in that small group right now. It's just like politics, right? So again, the idea she have, they're not going to want to make that move into betterment for Trinidad and Tobago. And as she said, not just for partners, for the country. She makes sure, and she says she ideas is to make the country be viewed differently. Make me look like genius out to the world, like the greatest. And that is such a great interview, right? And I also want to say, yes, she should be part of that announcing team as well. Why? Because in the semi-final, the announcers tell the world that in 1974, Desperados win the Panorama. And that is not true. It's Solo Harmonize win in 1974. Anybody can research that and see who win Panorama in 1974. And the announcing for the Panorama do not have the correct information and telling people that Despots win in 1974 and all kind of craziness. So sometimes they really need somebody with that type of knowledge and understanding, and who did the research and who write about the instrument and who dig deep to find the real juice of what's supposed to be put out there today in the 20th century when it comes to steel pan in the country. She's very great, and I never hear her speak before, but I listen all night. And I coming from work, and I enjoyed it. And I just want to say, with all the donkey I got yesterday, it's my pan idea where I come and put to the show, make this wonderful program this afternoon. So I want to say great job to you, Wall Street. Well, COP. COP is the man who made the first phone call because I was listening. Great job, COP. I'm a partner. I must give a round of applause because me coming and talk about pan yesterday, bring this show here this afternoon. So such an amazing program this afternoon that people should record it and share it and do everything. So again, great show. And I ain't care about the bubblehead. I Wall Street. I am the corrector. I can't cover
Oh God! Yeah,
I like how you link it.
Listen to this. COP is a new initiative here at WZYE 95.8 bubblehead of the day. Only I don't want 2 bubblehead or 3 bubblehead.
That was Donald Trump request, were you?
Oh God! Look, Tony Landry said, yes, Brooklyn deserve it because he answered the question and was wrong like a O. Oh God! Hey, look, we have a word. Let me put my hand on this thing, Hold on, Let me warm up this thing, COP, just in case, Let me warm up because I tell you, as soon as Brooklyn come off, who I tell you go come next?
Ulrich. We partner.
Listen.
And Slim, good night to you, Tommy and COP. COP, like you get married and you leave me out at the reception self, boy. Oh gosh, if I ain't get to come to church, at least let boy come to the reception, man.
Why just give people bacon butter for my bacon butter for wedding, boy?
You see, you're a bacchanalist, you know. You're a real bacchanalist. I mean that PNM song. I don't know PNM song. The man singing about pan, we pan rich.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you're good so far, Rick. You're good. Let me see this one.
And Sim, furthermore, we will meet in court because I told you I have my thing patent and you come and you're advertising it on your show. All right, we'll meet in court.
All right. COP, I was saving it for you, you know. I say I'm not playing that because I go no, we go crunk Ulrich. Go get Ulrich before strong.
Brooklyn rush the brush.
And you get down. You rush the brush. you get down.
Brooklyn, when they call it, they should not argue. They should not argue when they call it.
Yeah. Tommy, you see what just happened?
Yep.
Yeah, Brooklyn get bubblehead. This is what Brooklyn get, right? You get this. They didn't want Tommy. Watch it.
Presenting Bubblehead of the Day.
Yeah, after Brooklyn got triple yesterday, he come. He was. See, if you think you didn't figure that one, right?
No.
You didn't figure that one. But before we go, just a little bit, folks, it's Carnival week, right? Carnival week. So we had to have a little entertainment with little song and all kind of thing. But I want to play this one here. I want to play this one because all kind of how they're trying, boy, they're trying all kind of how. Let me see it right here. Let me see what. Hold on, Let me see which one it is here. Not that. Oh, here we go. It's here. All right, it's right there. Okay. Hold on. Look at here. Right. Look at here. It's right here. I want you all to listen to this. They're trying all kind of house COP. They're trying all kind of thing. And every time they try something, right, they gain licks. Hey, who sing that song? Is Brown who sing that song? He lick she? That song?
Baran
sing that, right? So you know that song?
No.
Oh, you mean you know that song?
I don't know too much of them calypso on them, you know. I'm not interested in too much of them calypso on them, you know.
You like Brooklyn?
No, I just not interested in that. I interested in something that elevating and reaching somewhere, and
All right, okay. But I be out for, man.
Well, okay. Take care of it. Huh?
What were you just what you just listen to COP?
Me, I listen to music. If I had to listen to calypso and thing, I will listen. You see the extempo on them.
Yeah.
I like extempo and thing.
Okay.
But otherwise, to listen to all them PNM calypso and them singing, what interests me in that? You see the long time calypso. Susan Juncan falling down, Susan roaming in the tongue, Susan roaming everywhere. You see them kind of long time song on them?
Yeah.
I can listen to them thing.
She's a long time calypso. That's when Baron first come out.
Yeah, that long time calypso.
Yeah. Well, probably the name. Probably by the time he end up in the piano, man, probably don't listen to him again.
You know, you ever won the calypso? She went for cane.
Eh?
The girl went looking for cane. Cane. You know cane, sugar cane?
Sugar cane?
Yeah, the song was she went looking for cane.
Oh,
that's Gypsy.
Long.
Oh, that was Gypsy?
I think that's Gypsy.
That when Caroni closed down?
Yeah.
But she can't get that day?
But she went looking for it?
Well, nothing wrong with that. Huh? Continue, girl. Continue.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, listen to this. This is the trial kind of thing. They're trying to bring the prime minister before the privileges committee. Imagine that. Imagine that. Huh?
They're wasting time.
Wasting time. Wasting precious time. Take a listen.
Shuts down opposition bid to bring PM before Committee of Privileges.
Let me start from the beginning.
Senate President shuts down opposition bid to bring PM before Committee of Privileges. A bid by the opposition and to put Prime Minister Kamla Prasad-Bissessar before the Committee of...
They should kick them out of the Senate, you know.
Put them out.
Independent senator want to bring
Put them out of the parliament. Put them out.
Put them out of the parliament.
Yeah.
Kick them out.
Yes, sir. And I'll take it up after.
Kick them out of the parliament. You want to bring the prime minister before the privileges committee? And you're an independent senator? Who vote for you? Who vote for you? Who vote for you? Vera? Who? Which individual in Trinidad and Tobago vote for you to bring the prime minister to the privileges committee? COP and Tommy, could you guys help me, please? Who vote for you? Who?
The president.
Oh.
It's amazing to see. Senators and them. Nobody vote for them.
Nobody.
And them ask for questions like that, eh?
Yeah.
It's amazing to see the authority them have in the parliament and nobody vote for them. Nobody elect them, eh?
Nobody.
Just a PNM elect them, eh?
Yeah.
And the privilege they have. I think that they should put them out of parliament and all take it up after.
Them out of parliament.
Yeah.
You, not one citizen in the country vote for you, but you want to bring the prime minister before the privileges committee. That's why we had to change that, you know. We had to change that. We had to change that.
I agree.
We had to change that. That ain't making no sense. Making no sense. Yeah? Let me continue to listen.
Privileges was shut down by Senate President Wade Mark on Tuesday. Mark ruled that having carefully studied two correspondences received from opposition leader of government business, Dr. Amory Brown and Vieira, seeking to raise two matters of privilege.
Yeah, Mike Street.
Dr. Amory Lollipop Brown and PNM Vieira carrying the prime minister before the privileges committee. Audio association beats assimilation, you know.
They should put them out of the parliament.
Yeah. Next thing, Marsha Walker, right? And what is your other fella name? Some kind of Robin something.
He is minus a talapia or some kind of thing.
Yeah. Whoever his name. Them going to bring the Prime Minister before the Privileges Committee too. Because them is outside senators, right? Can you imagine that, buddy? What is this?
Something wrong.
Something wrong. Something wrong.
He was convinced that neither of the two submissions meets the threshold to be raised as a matter of privilege. The background, PM's brown-nosers and bootlickers remarks. The matters of privilege arose from Prasad Basesar's statements last month that independent senators were brown-nosers and bootlickers and had been appointed by a president who was a low-level PNM functionary. The PM's remarks were made ahead of debate in the Senate of the government's Zones of Special Operations, ZOSO, Bill 2026, which then flopped in the Senate. The ZOSO exercise was intended to replace the state of emergency, which ended on January 31st. However, 8 independent senators voted against, 1 abstained, and 6 opposition senators also voted against. Prasad Basesar had said she did not regret her remarks and that independent senators proved her right. She then claimed that 2 independents had sought inducements in the form of personal favors in exchange for their support of the ZOSO bill. The PM was hit with calls to name the senators and take the matter to the Police, DPP, and Integrity Commission. Prasad Basesar has since said she would not name the senators. Brown's submission. The matter of privilege, as submitted by Brown, cited allegations against 2 members of the independent bench in the Senate concerning seeking personal favors in exchange for support of the law reform, Zones of Special Operations, Bill 2026. Brown said the Prime Minister has made serious, reckless, and unsubstantiated allegations against senators of the independent bench. He said these statements, which arose before, during, and following debate of the ZOSO Bill 2026, have brought the Senate, and by extension the Parliament, into serious odium and disrepute. Following the defeat of the bill in the Senate, the Prime Minister publicly accused 2 independent senators of approaching a senior government senator seeking personal favors in exchange for their support and publicly suggested that these requests explained the failure of the legislation. The Prime Minister further publicly stated that they know who they are and publicly accused unnamed senators of acting out of self-interest and privilege, Brown stated. He said this accusation followed an earlier public assertion by the Prime Minister before the debate began in the Senate, when she launched a scathing public attack on the independent bench, referring to its members as bootlickers and brown-nosers. Additional statements cited. Brown said during the period of the debate the Prime Minister also used the following language to publicly refer to senators. They just use their position to engage in self-promotion, self-congratulation, and as a stepping stone for personal business opportunities outside of Parliament. He said these comments and reflections by the Prime Minister on senators in the discourse of their parliamentary duties were widely carried in all 3 national newspapers. Brown stated that this was a gross contempt of Parliament for any person to attempt to compel senators by force to vote for or against any proposition that is before the Senate or which is expected to be brought before the Senate. In the same vein, it is a breach of privilege to bribe a senator to influence their conduct in voting or promoting any bill or resolution that is pending or before the Senate, he said. Opposition's case. The opposition submitted that the PM has brought the Senate and its members into odium and disrepute, contrary to the purpose and spirit of parliamentary privilege, and has imputed corrupt motives to members of Parliament without due process. Brown submitted that a prima facie case of breach of privilege and contempt of Parliament has been made out against the Prime Minister and Member of Parliament for Siparia. The opposition also submitted a request that this matter be referred to the Committee of Privileges for investigation and determination. Vieira's submission. Vieira also submitted that the PM's remarks had cast aspersions on the independent bench and brought the Senate into odium and disrepute. He stated that, at the very least, particulars should have been provided, including who allegedly made the request, when and where it was made, to whom it was made, and what was sought. Regrettably, none of this has occurred. Instead, an unparticularized allegation has been allowed to circulate publicly, the independent senator submitted. He said as a result, a continuing stain now rests on the independent bench and, by extension, on this Senate as an institution. Vieira opined that this position will persist unless the matter is clarified through proper parliamentary procedure or lawful investigative process. He said in any lawful system, the person who makes an allegation bears the responsibility to identify the alleged wrongdoer and submit the matter to the appropriate authorities. Call for accountability. Calling on unnamed persons to confess repudiates this principle entirely, Vieira submitted, adding, "We deal in facts and evidence. No one is above the law. If any independent senator has acted improperly, that senator must be held to account." Equally, if the allegation has been misstated or is without foundation, that too must be addressed, he said. Vieira stated that unsupported claims of this nature are egregiously wrong and risk poisoning the well of public opinion against Parliament itself. He said the matter has assumed an international dimension, appearing in regional and foreign media. It is therefore essential that this Parliament act decisively to protect its dignity, uphold the rule of law, and safeguard the rights and privileges of its members, he stated. Further to Standing Order 30, Vieira moved that the matter be referred to the Committee of Privileges for investigation and report. Senate President shuts down opposition bid.
Get him? Told them almost submit the same thing. Yeah?
So sometimes I just ask myself, what does the UNC government really doing to, you know? For me time, this lollipop little boy here speaking, so I think the government supposed to bring back up put Stuart Young to the parliament privilege too for cussing in parliament. Because I hear Stuart Young cussing in parliament. And Amory Brown had nothing to say about that. I hear he disrespecting the then opposition, now Prime Minister, and telling she was she going Zambia and all kind of thing in the parliament. And nobody here bringing it. All these matters and them. Parliament should raise back all these things and bring him to the parliament privilege. Let him answer for these things. It had a report David Nackett speak about 2 PNM man molest a little boy and he dead. One dead and one alive. Why Amy Lollipop Borong and them don't call the next man name as how they work for Kamala to call name? Why don't they call the next PNM man who alive, who contribute in bugging Akil Chamber? Why only don't call them name? Why only want the Prime Minister to call to sell out the secrets on them? The names only supposed to be calling, only hiding them things. Them is in there, and I find the government had to raise up all of them things, who make them, hold them accountable for their action. Just as how they want you to be accountable for she action, and saying that, them say 10 times worse. Hold them accountable. Mammy come, hold them accountable. Wayne Mark, as Senate President. Let them pay for their action. So all them rude and disgusting, obscene language that they use in Parliament, all that we just forget all them things. That's what Parliament is about. No government change, and they're using that strategy now to command the government. No, UNC government put a stop to that. And all the things they do wrong in the past, in the House of Representatives, make them hold them accountable for it now. You all in power. Hold them accountable and change that thinking and those nasty words in Parliament. Not even the children in school, the speakers of the opposition speaking in Parliament. Hold them accountable, Uncle Tommy.
Yep.
We have a voice note from Trini Chump. Southwestern, hold on. Folks, put your closing comments in the chat, send your closing voice notes and your closing quotes. Put your closing comments in the chat, send your closing voice notes and your closing quotes.
And Southwestern, you watch yourself, eh? You watch yourself, eh? It's about a new segment. That's a new segment on the program, eh?
So Western here.
And hear what's going on.
You hear that?
I will call Trinity Trump, Uncle Trump for you. Good night, Uncle Tommy. Good night, Professor. And
Good night, sir.
I like that one.
I'll hear what's going on, Professor. I will ask my good friend, Uncle Donald Trump, to tell you to jump in a 4-engine boat, and I'll give you the extra engine, and just drive southwards. Yeah, into the sunset. But Uncle Tommy and Professor, I want to call out COP because he's the president and the vulnerable. I want them to go and represent the 9 independent senators now. Because you know why? They are very vulnerable in studying the KNM way of life. Good night.
Okay, good night. Good night. Let me see
Good night to you, Southwestern.
Let me see if we get anything from
Trinity Trump. Good night to you and your family.
Yeah.
Good night to you. Blessed night to you and your family.
Look, Trinity Trump sent something. Hold on, let me see.
Good day, Mr. Wall Street. I got a number of calls wanting to see Alric becoming the president of the Bubblehead Association. Listen to a few of them.
Hello, Professor Wall Street. Morgan Freeman here. And I'm backing Alric, the Bubblehead King, for president of the Bubblehead Association.
Good day, Professor Wall Street. This is Joe Biden, and I'm supporting Ulrich for Bubblehead president.
Hi, Professor. Elon Musk here. I am backing Ulrich to become the Bubblehead president on WZYE TV.
Hi, Mr. Wall Street. Mark Zuckerberg here. I'm 100% behind Ulrich being the first Bubblehead president.
Barack Obama here, Mr. Wall Street. I'm supporting Ulrich for Bubblehead president on WZYE TV also.
Hi, Professor Wall Street. Arnold here. I'm back to support the Bubblehead boy Ulrich on his quest to become the first Bubblehead president on WZYE TV. All the best to you, Ulrich.
Hey, all you're good. Hey.
You know, it's all the presidents of the United States of America.
Oh God!
Vote for Ulrich to get the Bubblehead.
Ulrich, partner. Ulrich, don't get upset with us, you know. Don't get upset.
Don't get upset at all. Don't get upset at
don't get
all.
upset
It's just you, man.
because all them people voted for you, you know. Them. So, you know, so let's not. Brooklyn get the first Bubblehead of the day, but Ulrich get the vote for president. Oh,
oui, papa.
Ulrich, you're getting me cold sweat, boy.
Oui, papa.
Oui, papa. Oui, papa. Ulrich,
Donald Trump just cracked me up, eh?
Ulrich, boy, Trump sending special message for you, boy. Ulrich, boy. You have it good, Ulrich.
First time in your life, the president of the United States of America calling your name.
Right, Ulrich. You see? Oh, Caribbean Soul said, hey, look your partner. Look, he come. COP, I hope he don't get. Anyway, let me don't say nothing. Let me play the voice now. The folks are playing the voice now.
Yeah.
And Slim, you see how good it is? All the presidents in my corner. You see how nice it is? My thing I bring out. Where I patent and you supposed to be paying me some money for. You see all the presidents supporting me. Take that crackhead Trump.
No.
Ulrich, you gonna call the president a crackhead?
No. Ulrich.
Presenting Bubblehead of the Day.
No, folks, there was a tie. Ulrich and Brooklyn tie on the first day of Bubblehead of the day.
I just don't want Brooklyn to lose. I just want Ulrich to pass Brooklyn fast.
Brooklyn, you get competition, boy. You get competition. Yeah. Because, you know, Tommy and COP, I didn't tell all you about it, you know. Because I saving it for Ulrich, you know. I will Ulrich. That was an Ulrich special. Right? So I saving it for Rick. But Brooklyn jump out himself. Jump out the whole self. A man who told us he know about Pan. And he don't even know the song where Pan reach. Eh?
I agree.
How you know what Pan and you don't know the song where Pan reach?
You say you listen to that man music.
Eh?
You say you don't listen to that man music. See, you will know.
So you know, so if Calypsonian singing, by the way, Chucky have a song called Trinidad is a Shortcut Society. You only think that's true?
A shortcut away?
Shortcut Society.
A Shortcut Society. I don't know that song.
You don't know that song? All right, hold on. Brooklyn ain't gonna know this song either because Chucky's a PNM. Right? Tom, you don't know that song?
I don't remember it.
Eh?
You had to refresh me.
Shortcut Society by Chucky. All right, I'm gonna get it for you. Oh, good. Tommy, I know. I thought Tommy know them song, boy.
But I know a lot, but not everything.
Shortcut Society, Chorgas. Okay, hold on. I'll go get that one for you. I want to play that one day. Let me see if I can get this one here. All right, you gotta get the one when you play when you get the all right, I gotta play this one. Hold on, eh? Hold on. Let me get this one for you. I know all these things and always say I thought COP know about Calypso. COP don't know about no Calypso.
He's a dub
You
man.
know nothing about Calypso. Huh?
He's a dub
He's
man.
a what?
A dub
A
man.
dub?
D-U-B.
Okay.
The mighty Shortcut Society.
When I was a little fellow, and my mother sent me to the shop for me to hurry home quickly, you know. She would tell me, take the shortcut. But when I grew up, I felt well sad. I found myself in a funny spot. Cause I noticed throughout Trinidad, all man and woman taking shortcut. To get a passport, everybody taking a shortcut. They don't want to line up. They refuse to stand up. To get a US visa, they're telling you plainly, Chucky, do you know somebody? I got plenty money. And to get a diplomatic passport, there's also a shortcut. Just hug at Mr. Pandel and kiss his tender spot. And you don't need no election to rule the people. The shortcut is possible. Just lie down and sleep with the devil. We living in shortcut country. Trinidad is a shortcut society.
Is that true?
It looks so.
I don't
Tommy,
believe
is that true?
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I will say at all them responsible for what Calypso yesterday. What shortcut country? He was only speaking against the UNC upon day. That's all he was doing. It had better verse he could have put in that. He was only biased to the UNC then and now.
But I was only the first verse.
I don't like them biased Calypso, you know. Them have Calypso with what it is today, you know.
Yeah. Semantics says, yes, Choglas eventually came out as a PNM. He used to be impartial in the beginning. Then you saw his true colors. I was so disappointed. Yeah. As Smooth says, any common man who think these politicians nowadays care about any one of them, think again. As long as they're collecting a new 120th SRC salary and don't want to change the status quo. Now, I have politicians that care, man. You can't say that. Ricky said they can't beat Chucky in Kaiso.
No, Chucky good in Kaiso. Chucky good. But they just use the words biasly. They just use the word bias.
But
condemn administration.
But COP, forget whether he's a PNM Calypsonian or whatever Calypsonian. Boudram, welcome. You don't think Trinidad is a shortcut society?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah.
Be honest?
Yeah. No,
Trinidad is a shortcut society?
Yeah.
We gotta be honest.
That's why everything fail. That's why everything fails. So
yeah, as smooth look. TNT is a shortcut that has turned into long cut. Semantic, not shortcut, corrupted. Well, that's shortcut.
That's 10 times more than shortcut.
Look your partner send a voice note, Alistair. You're going for the break.
It's 10 o'clock.
United the village crew, to the country, to the region, and to the world by extension. Remember to subscribe. Make this bigger and better. 95.9 WZYE.
Thank you very much, Alistair. That's your partner.
Good evening to you, Alistair.
That's your partner. Yeah, we're going for the break. Trinidad is a shortcut society. Look, Ulrich's in the next voice.
Crackhead chump. Nice for he.
Ulrich. All right, Ulrich. You want the triple. You take the triple.
Presenting Bubble Head of the Day.
Brooklyn, Ulrich beat you out. We're going for the break. We'll be right back, folks. Don't forget, put your closing comments and your closing voice to your closing quotes. We'll be right back. Don't go now.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, COP and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. It's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, whenever you join us, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe, WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509. 973-609-6509. And don't forget to share the live. We thank you.
And when that fella saying about the big program, say no. WZYE have a bigger program. He know
Anthony Ford to Professor, yes, we are. Trinidad is a shortcut society. Yes. As Smooth said, Trinidad is Greaseman society. Do the work they're getting paid to do. Larry Eversley, boy. Larry, where you joining us from? Larry say, hello, bro. You're speaking truth. Chalked us, and they don't compliment when good is done by UNC. Okay, you hear that? So you pretty man agree with you?
Yeah, but you know it's true too.
Larry Eversley, boy. Larry, where joining us from? It's a plenty of them PNM that be listening to the program. You know? But it doesn't want to say, they're afraid to say something, boy.
No, they could say something. Just don't come off course.
Yeah, and go sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know that's
they welcome to even call too.
Yeah,
but to go sideways.
Panan says, what are your thoughts about pan factory? We have a pan factory, man. We have a pan factory.
Where we have a pan factory?
We have a pan factory in Trinidad.
Where?
In Trinidad.
That one in Success Village.
Yeah, there's a pan factory. What are you talking about? You don't know that?
No, a whole rotten young building or something. What pan factory we have in Trinidad? A shed?
What shed has a pan factory?
Well, I had to go and take out a picture of that pan factory.
Yeah, take out a picture so we could see.
Yes,
Larry Eversley say, hello, bro, from Trinidad. What part of Trinidad?
And whoever outside there listening, close to that pan factory, take out a picture and send it on WZYE.
Have a pan factory. Diego Martin have one too. You living in Trinidad?
I don't go down Diego Martin, so I don't come across the Caribbean bridge, so you know, Professor Wall Street.
And all you'll be upset with me when I tell all you I didn't go certain places. They was upset with me. You too, including you, COP. You say, but hey, all you used to stay in Chumacan, boy. No, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Listen, before we close the program. Listen, before we close the program, Ulrich is leading. Ulrich is the bubblehead president. Trini Trump game that. Right?
I listen. I hear him.
You tie with Ulrich, and now Ulrich out front with bubblehead that he did. Don't try and time, man. So again, you're ahead of time. Do not try and time.
Please don't do that.
All right.
You know we ponto.
I would rather if you see, I wouldn't study if Washington give me that. You see, if COP give me that or Uncle Tommy give me that, then when I know I do something wrong.
Tommy.
You see, Uncle Tommy or COP give me that, but Washington finger just to be on that weight like it is when they get tired. When the finger gets tired,
Tommy, get ready with that thing from your side, Tommy.
What's that? Washington. Tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah.
You know why? You know why Coco sing that song?
Why?
Because Coco Pan was getting more money than Calypsonian.
Oh.
So Coco is a fight down fella. So nobody, as I say, and that's why I wasn't supposed to get that. Because it's not to say you telling me about something where popular and something that will only play on a PNM station. The only time I started listening to PNM station is when Aisha was on 91.9. That's it. So I would know that song. And again, the reason why he sing that, because you know he live up the PNM. His whole life he live up the PNM. So when Pan was getting more money than Calypsonian and he winning little Monarch and think of PNM, but he wasn't really winning. PNM was just giving him it. You understand? So this is why I can defend myself saying it cannot sound so. Because no band ain't play that. No radio station worldwide ain't play that. PNM station play that, so I can't hear that. And again, your viewers and listeners, them don't know that song neither. None of them. Even Uncle Tommy was 25 minutes.
Brooklyn, you cannot say that the viewers and listeners don't know the song. Folks in the chat.
But you didn't put the poll.
Wait, I'm gonna put the poll now. I'm gonna put the poll now because you're trending. You're trending to what's time Ulrich again tonight.
And what's me? And when I
listen on the closing commentary.
It's time to wrap up.
Yeah.
When the viewers and listeners say they never hear that song, here what to do? Take back that bobblehead for me.
All right. Okay.
All right. I'm on.
Yeah. Folks.
Yeah, take back that from Brooklyn.
I want to hear from one person, two people in the chat. All you ever hear this song where Pan Reach? We played just now. If anybody hear that song where Pan Reach, Brooklyn,
you get next one.
You get Dunce's Call of the Week, and you will get Bubblehead of the Day. Right? You will beat out the Bubblehead president. Folks in the chat.
So at some point we had to end this show, you know.
It must have humor in the program. I agree.
All right, let's see.
One of the best things to do is to laugh before you go to sleep.
Noel. Look, watch. One person. Watch, look. Noel, wait. Noel, you ever hear this song with Pan Reach?
Of course.
Oh God. Noel, stop. Wait. Brooklyn, look. Brooklyn, listen to this. Hold on, Brooklyn. See your people sit down, go in your chair.
I believe Gordon send that biasly.
No, but all right. Disqualify that. Noel, you're on the phone, right?
Yeah.
You ever hear where Pan Reach?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Brooklyn, hold on. Brooklyn, take this.
Presenting Bubblehead of the Day. Presenting Bubblehead of the Day.
Lord.
Go ahead, Noel.
I could not defend your name, brother.
Yeah.
You see, I was trying to get in before you went and search it, but I baking something in the kitchen there, so I couldn't leave what I baking.
That is all right.
So that's why I couldn't get, because I was going to tell you Coco who sing that.
Correct. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So I ain't called since the last time, but you know.
No, man.
I have to call in and tell your partner it's Coco sing that. I just listen to the thing.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Noel.
Yeah, man. You all have a blessed night.
Bless.
Tuesday, please go.
Noel.
Bless. So, Ulrich. Folks, we're gonna close now, eh? Look all your partner.
Yes, I know about that tune. I know about where Pan Reach.
Look.
Yes, I know about that.
Look.
It's by
Look. All right.
the name
Nah.
Crocro.
Nah. If Ulrich know about it.
Presenting Bubble Head of the Day.
I tell you. The WZYE go on to another level.
Brooklyn taking the cake now. He fall up with dunces.
The WZYE go on to another level, boy.
You know, and in talk show program, Wall Street, I had a real people answer me back on. You know, Brooklyn never answer me and radio be rude or disrespectful for all them years. I know Brooklyn and radio. Nah, he never challenged, man. He was never rude and disrespectful.
No, he never rude and disrespectful.
Yeah.
No, he's never rude. He just bubbler of the day, that's all.
No, I'm talking about towards me now. In the years I was a fighter now, I say things and read that.
COP. Let me leave it in now.
Yeah, all right.
All
right, just leave it with the bubble.
Just leave now.
Let me go first with the
I had to go with the team, Brooklyn, boy. I had to go with the team in front here. The team in front of the camera, I had to go with that.
Tommy, go ahead.
Bruce Lee said, don't speak negatively about yourself. Even as a joke. Your body doesn't know the difference. Words are energy and cast spells. That's why it's called spelling. Change the way you speak about yourself, and you can change your life. What you are not changing, you are choosing. Like I always say, you're the man in the mirror. You have to become the change you want to see. However, if you look in a mirror and you don't like what you see, you cannot blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. Love you all. Be safe. Where it's cold, be warm. Where it's warm, be cool. And we'll see each other on Thursday, God willing. Same channel, same time. Till then, good night.
Okay, here's my closing comment. Thank you, Tommy.
Good morning, God. Today is Tuesday, February 3rd, and I begin this day in your presence. Thank you for a new awakening, for the opportunity to start again, and for this new day you have given me. I place in your hands my plans, my paths, and everything that is before me today. Your word says that you direct the steps of those who trust in you. So today I choose to trust. Just like the leaf of life that remains firm, even through wind and time, may my faith remain alive, renewed, and sustained by you today. Bless my home, bless my work, bless my family, and everything I put my hands to this day. Let no worry take over my heart. Let no opposing word have power over me. Let me walk with wisdom, balance, and peace. Renew my strength, Lord. Strengthen my mind and guard my heart. May this day be productive, light, and guided by your hand. I declare that doors are opening, paths are aligning, and your blessing follows me from beginning to end. I trust, I rest, and I move forward in faith. In the name of Jesus, amen.
From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall say that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent. When talent does not work hard, and for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. Go ahead, COP.
My closing comment.
Yeah.
I want to tell the young mothers and the young fathers of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, do the right thing. Educate your children. Keep them away from the streets. Motivate the mind and inspire them to become good person. Inspire them to become a better person. You will benefit from it. Trinidad and Tobago will benefit. And we will have a better country. We've become a lawless country because young people and mothers and fathers just leave the children to grow up on their own. Well, let's stop that now. It's time for all to stop that. If all you want a good society, bring productive children. Teach your children the right thing. Motivate them. Inspire them. Encourage them to be a better person. Thank you.
Thank you. Alistair, closing comment. This is Alistair.
My closing comment is I supporting Brooklyn because I believe in Professor come with a ulterior motive because he really say he come to get all the you know. So here waiting for the poll, you know. So you see what going on there?
But I tell you the truth. I ain't lying. I come to give all wicket. COP line. I say I come to give all wicket.
It's just that Brooklyn rush it.
Brooklyn run out himself. He run out himself, so he get it.
Brooklyn, have a good night to you, brother. And Valsang and all of you all guys, have a good night. Monica Ramke soon. Susan Lalch and all of you have a good night.
There are 2 pan factories in Trinidad. There's one just before Bova Junction, and the other one is in Diego Martin. There are 2 pan factories in Trinidad.
Can you take out a pity and send it for us? Maybe some old building, some old P&M building, some backyard with a shed or some kind of thing they call it.
But COP, we want to thank Dr. Rampersad again for joining us tonight. That was a very, very enlightening. Hey, yeah, let me give Dr. Rampersad a round of applause. That was a very enlightening conversation we had tonight. What we go out with in the meanwhile?
You go out to the nice calypso. You go to the nice calypso. You choose your calypso. You choose to go. I would say I go out with Trinidad.
With Dr. Rampersad.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Hold on.
I'm just using a big word, Professor, to be honest. I really don't know the exact meaning of that word. It should enlighten me too, but I know it's a good word. Spendifulous interview with Dr. Rampersad.
See, that's what we like.
I'm just using a big word, Professor, to be honest. I really don't know the exact meaning of that
but
word.
That is okay.
It should enlighten me too, but I know it's a good word.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's what we want here. We want them. We want you.
Once you know the word now, you can go and research it now.
Yeah, and use it.
Yeah.
Use it. That's what it is. That's what we are about here, no? We're about education, man. Yeah. Everybody could be using it, man. All right. So Gordon Gangachana Dryden Joseph said, okay, he finally speak the truth. Thank God things are changing for the host. We COP, why that man sending them kind of thing for you, boy? Why Gangachana sending them kind of comments for you?
Set the child, they set me up.
Oh God, Gordon Gangachana Dryden Joseph. Why you picking on COP? COP, I don't know why they just pick on you. I don't know why. Anyway, let me pick this last voice.
Good night to you, Gordon Joseph, and you and your family. Have a blessed night. Bootsman, good night to you.
Yeah.
Okay, my closing comment tonight is this. Trinidad and Tobago, keep your head on. Don't be a dashboard bobblehead dolly. Whoever give you crown like that, we have another crown for those set up people. And listen to me. One day we will get it right. Always remember, when you point one finger, 4 pointing back at you. Be safe.
Have a good night, Ulrich. You and your family have a blessed night.
I always vex with we. We never give Ulrich bubblehead president.
No. It Trump give you that. It just passed through the airwaves of WZYE.
Hey, you could get rid of Trini Trump and them, you get vexed with we. Anyway, Bato's closing comment, unity, strength. Where there is teamwork and collaboration, wonderful things can be achieved. Stay safe and be blessed always. Hey, Bato's stepping up your game, boy. COP, Bato's real stepping up your game, you know. Anthony Ford that he says, everyone stay safe and blessed. Just Cool say, tears are words the heart can't speak. Gordon Gangachana, Dryden Joseph say, my closing words are, jump high, jump low. Without God, we have nowhere to go. Very slow. Talk to man, talk to God to start the change that should start in you, God night. All right. You know what we appreciate? Gordon Gangachana, Dryden Joseph. Finally, you're sending a positive closing comment at the end of the program. And that's what you want. A positive closing comment. Paula Abraham says, enjoy the chat with Doctor. I wish you will clarify the point system in panorama judging, especially 0.5 difference. We actually clarified that yesterday, Paula. Remember our crack analyst, Caribbean Soul, gave us that information. So send it again, send the quote again on Thursday, and we go over it again. Mr. Intellectual says the time will come when those who support evil will end up like a credit card. That's a good one, David.
Yeah, hit another bell there.
Okay.
Uncle Tommy, stay blessed, Uncle Tommy. Stay safe, stay dry, and stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Yes, COP, you do the same. And Professor
Marlon Strong says, good night, all. Good night to you, Marlon. COP, I don't see how you let Gangachana send you that kind of comment and you ain't say nothing. I don't understand.
I just want to let's leave him alone. I like Gordon. I like Gordon.
All right.
I like his persistence of ignorance. Where you just had to laugh at them thing? Where you had to laugh at them thing for?
What we going out with Tommy and COP? What we going out with?
Well, it's carnival time. I will go out with boy we had last night, you know. He music need to,
all right.
He music need to be heard. Orlando. Good night to you, brother.
All right, we go. Oh, let me go to Orlando. Okay. Yeah, that interview
good night.
was excellent.
Everybody on the chat, good night, good night. All listeners and viewers of WZYE, good night, good night. People need to eat and sleep now.
All right, so folks, we are out there. We see you on Thursday. Friday's Calypso Fiesta, folks, and we'll be streaming Calypso Fiesta via pay-per-view. Yeah.
And always support it. Support it. Yeah, support it. Send it for all your friends all over. Support it.
Yeah, we go get all of the information tomorrow. You want to send it to all your friends far and wide. Yeah? That's what we do.
Fiesta Saturday.
Yeah, Calypso Fiesta Saturday. Yeah.
That Friday. Don't mix it up.
Yeah. Saturday, yeah. We streaming it. And we will give all of the link and everything. Always send it to all your friends. Each and every one of them. You understand?
What's the cost of the stream?
$24.95.
Peanuts.
Small thing. Small thing as they say, man. All right, folks, we are out of here. We see you on Thursday. All right? Live and direct. We going. Bye-bye. See you.
Bless her.
No Brahma, no friend. No Brahma, no friend. No Brahma, no Brahma, no friend. No Brahma, no friend. No Brahma. I was waiting patiently, set like a papi, cause I know Alzandoli have to crawl out the hole. Some so-called Calypsonians claim them is the voice of this land. They better understand, it's them I come out to school. Since their party lose the election, they want to be the people's champion. By attacking our new Prime Minister. So now I have to declare, they're showing their dirty underwear. But I see it, I plot that is sinister. When I hear what Mr. Shock singing, I stand up in shock. For 9 years under Kid Rowley, Mr. Shock like he job unlock. When I hear what the woman singing, I had to take stock. Go and check out the Facebook page, Mr. Shock never post one. Now the voters make their choice, suddenly he get back the voice. Less than 1 year in office, and start back with his stupidness. The only time you don't hear him vent is with the Indian government. When the people need him most, he and he went on ghost. Lock back your jawbone, them lyrics not making sense. Lock back your jawbone, artificial intelligence. Lock back your jawbone, that hypocrisy cannot work. When Rowley had we in a headlock, Mr. Shock never say one. Woman never say one. Kaiso, true Kaiso stories are told, and that's the Kaisonians road. When I say stories, I ain't talking about lies. To them Kaiso hypocrite, and whosoever the damn fit, bet your life that the public bound to open their eyes. Some of them big office holders inside their party, and even executives on the two-co body. Some of them must be on the platform openly campaigning. Take a look for yourself and see it's the same ones that complaining. When I hear what the Croco singing, I wasn't too shocked. When BNM was in office, the midget job on the lock. When I hear what the midget singing, I get a mango and sock. When Fitzgerald wasn't fixing, Western never say one. Now the midget launch an attack because he lose his CPEP contract. People say he looking broke, so the PNM give him work. Lucky Ishmael not here today, otherwise he would have to pay. Like what Watchman say is true, Sat Maraj work puja on you. Lock back your jawbone, find your next song to compose. Lock back your jawbone, try that with sugar aloes. Lock back your jawbone. I feel like he headed a knock when Alwari was collecting rent by the box. Crow never say one. Western never say one. Midget first midget. They put on their Kaiso suit, say they standing up for the truth. Yet under the valleys, they had water in their mouth. Now that yellow is the code, they dress up in battle mode. But under the PNM commentary, they face a drought. 9 years of deafening silence, I'm glad it don't pass. 10 months and they lose their patience, they sprinkle in gas. Some losers accept their defeat, some losers were sore. But them loser Calypsonians, shameless to the core. When I hear what everyone sees singing, put my ears on cock. When PNM was in office, Mr. Seal's job on the lock. When I hear what Mr. Seal singing, they can't start to fuck. When him but there does to riot, therefore never say one. Now we full of resentment since he lost his state board appointment. As soon as UNC get in, The man started jackass the scene. For 9 years, sit down on his face. Had PNM in a glass case. He never tell Rowley go, but for Kamla he dragging go. Lock back your jawbone. I know that times are rough. Lock back your jawbone. But you ate more than enough. Lock back your jawbone. That hypocrisy cannot work. When Small Ben had the country in a headlock, Mr. Seal never say one. Devon never say one.